years, and more or less.
Like that.
Good morning and welcome to episode 23 of the Morning Roast. Here with you is the Muzz, Sauce, Val, Tiana, Sauce again. Okay, there we go. We got Ace the Biz and we got Mr. Era Harris in the building.
Hey, what up?
How is everybody doing this morning?
I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Living. New year.
So, did you get your stimulus yet?
Stimmy.
Oh, that's been his issue on.
Bro.
Yeah,
I guess everyone had that same issue with the whole tax thing going on.
Yeah, the H&R Block and TurboTax thing.
I filed through a different company, but I guess it was all the same shit. So,
Oh, that's crazy.
I mean, yeah, it finally came in. We good. So I'm
Good
investing
shit.
that into the music, of course.
Oh,
Taking
yeah.
care of shit. Investing in some merch, of course, and then investing into my car because my brakes are going out. So you gotta take care of that. But yeah, other than that, man, it's all about the music. So.
Fuck yeah. Ace, how has your weekend been?
Crazy. New Year's hitting the ground running. A lot of good plans and moves. Arizona's hot.
Arizona is on fire right now.
Oh my gosh, like basically there's not one artist or somebody that's around me that's not doing the same shit. Motherfuckers came in like literally day one into this bitch, hit the ground running. It's just beautiful. Like I think we're gonna finally win this battle of that bullshit.
The battle of bullshit.
You know,
I was about to just say that.
I'm like, everybody knows what the fuck I mean. That battle of bullshit. If we can just overcome that shit, we next.
Fucking.
We've been on for a good minute. I mean, as we say next, like we're next. Yeah, we got our shit's rising. Like
Our shit's rising.
They say we're like the new Atlanta, but no, we ain't the new Atlanta. We just Arizona.
Yeah,
You
we
know
just
what I mean? We
Arizona.
fucking Arizona.
We grinding.
Like, we killing shit right now. Like we really doing shit. And like people don't understand if you're networking the right way and working with the right people, you're just gonna coast and you're gonna have a real good career. Because everyone out here is doing it. You know, like everyone out here is wanting this shit to happen.
And a good promotion team is very, important as
100%.
well. And reaching out from Arizona and going to other states and performing and shit like that.
Absolutely.
That's very crucial.
Yeah. If you're able to reach out to other states too, start doing that. I think that's the next big step you could take. If you get your feet planted at home, I feel like that's the biggest thing for as an artist. Getting your feet planted at home first, getting your audience at home and getting everyone to love you. And then I think your next step, I think you could move to the next state. Let's go here, let's go there, let's go there. Throw some shows here, let's do some shows here. Get fans everywhere as you can. And then I really feel it's gonna build your market. It'll really do it for you. So I've been working out. I got fans out of state. I got fans in Hawaii. And now that I love my stuff, I got shirts like that. I get shipped to Hawaii now. That shit's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
like,
awesome.
It's insane. Like you get love from everywhere. You really reach out to people. You really show them what you're about, and they really fuck with you. They're gonna be like, hey, I want that. Hey, I want to do that. And I feel like that's a huge thing for artists as well. So, get merch, do that. I feel like it's a big thing too. Invest in merch, sell to people, sell to your family, sell to your friends, have them support you, do the right thing. Yeah.
So, Tiana, how was your weekend?
It was pretty good. We went to Val's party last night. That was dope. It was cold as fuck, but it was
Cold as a motherfucker.
Man, but it was cool. And here we are.
Here we are. What about you, Val?
I went to my birthday party this weekend. I was at my birthday party this weekend, and so all weekend was consistent of getting everything ready for that. So, and just handling business. So yeah.
What about you, Sauce?
I'm okay. Nothing much to complain about. Well, There are a couple new things have happened. Well, not to me. Well, I got a new trainer recently.
What kind of training?
It's a female trainer.
Like a personal trainer?
What is she training you in?
Yeah,
though?
like
Well,
that's what I want to know.
It's in my gym. It's at the gym. It's at the gym.
Oh, so you
It's at-
ooh.
Yeah. So,
Gym.
okay. Well, hear me out. So the last trainer I had was a guy, and we
Of course, that's weird. I'd be like, I want a female trainer too. Like, I don't want to be
Well, don't get me
demasculated.
don't get me
like
wrong.
that.
He was really. I mean, he was knowledgeable.
He was bulk and
was-
stocky though, wasn't he?
No,
No. Oh, I'm
no.
surprised.
He was tall and athletically slim. Like he looked like he could run a good mile. And we had a good thing going. And then he said that he's leaving, so he's putting me up with his female trainer. We that I met on that same day we had our session. And so now here it was last Thursday. I had my first official session with her, and yeah, she knows everything. She knows what she's doing. I did an upper torso workout. It was fun.
You're gonna come in here with abs.
Somebody would have walked in the middle of this conversation. They would not know what we were talking about.
She was working it up her torso.
She was working it up her
torso.
You know,
Not the abs,
you know.
but the upper torso. Okay.
Yes, I'm talking about the pectorals.
Oh, okay, the pectorals.
The shoulders
Yeah.
and the freaking biceps and the triceps and the forearms and all that kinky shit. Yeah, but yeah, again, it was a nice experience. I actually enjoyed it, so I think
Just the way he words it, he was all like, yeah, he let me know we were going our separate ways. Like, you know.
He's like, you know,
So y'all
our
had a
time
break.
has come.
So I had to break
y'all had
up.
a break up. You said, hey, bro,
I really like
I know we
you.
gotta part ways. I know we gotta
It's
part
not
ways.
you, it's
this
me.
bromance is over.
Yeah.
Damn it!
He said, but check this out.
Listen,
I got this lady for you.
I
I got you a girl.
He's like, man, I'm like,
She bad.
Ooh.
I
That's exactly how that shit was playing out in my head when he was talking.
was like, nah. And then he told me about the girl. I'm like, oh.
She worked out your upper torso.
Your upper torso.
Yeah, she did.
It's
Yeah.
had
Worked out.
Hold on. Let me do it again.
We worked.
Cool.
I did the workout and it worked out.
Big.
Yeah, I'm not the only one. My girlfriend has that same coach as well. So
Oh, so y'all
Oh.
share her.
Exactly.
yeah, we're sharing.
That's cool.
That's pretty much all I have that's remotely of fun for me. Nothing else past that. Work is the same thing, same shit, different day. But other than that,
Just catty.
it's great.
Right on.
What about you, Muzz?
Well, for me, shit, what did I do this week? Oh,
You went to Val's birthday party.
yeah, I went to Val's birthday party. That shit was pretty lit. We had a lot of fun for what it was. Not a lot of people showed up, but you know, it was still pretty good for what it was. Also, let's see. I'm trying to think everything that happened in my week. Not a lot of eventful shit happened.
You got to perform
Oh
at my
yes,
event.
that's right. I did.
Where a lot of people didn't show up, but you got
Hey,
to perform.
and they
But I
missed
feel-
out too because you know that was one of those once in a lifetime fucking performances too.
It was great.
And
Yeah, it was a great reunion.
Yeah.
You, that's United and it's understood.
See,
We were in the audience doing that. We were like,
was
Yeah.
reunited and it's understood.
it was pretty dope. Like me and Classic got on stage, you know, for Val's birthday. You know, we thought we'd do something special. I'll
very
leave it
special.
at that. It was very special.
very special.
Very special.
Very special.
I loved it. Loved it.
We had Ade perform. Ade,
Oh, yeah.
we had him in here for an interview, and then we got him to perform. He's on fire. Ade's on fire. That's all I gotta say. Really good performance. I like
Yes.
his deliverance. You know, you can hear him clearly. You know, his wording, everything is awesome.
Also, Val made like 1,000 Jello shots.
It was 565.
You actually counted these out.
Well, I mean, I made them, so I knew how much were in each package. You know. So.
She had a notebook
was like,
secretly hiding in
1,
a
2.
drawer.
I was like,
It's like, okay, that's 25 blues. Okay, there's a...
Yeah, And then Shellnay came out and she performed a lot of her music, which
Yeah,
that was
Skirts
awesome.
Boy's
she's great.
sister.
Yes,
Yes,
yeah.
She had pipes on her.
Yeah,
she has a beautiful
good.
voice,
Yes.
very beautiful voice, and is Chris Bush her sister? They brother and sister? Oh,
Yeah.
That's news. That's a
Yeah.
fun fact for me.
Yeah, that was a fun fact for me too. I was like, oh,
Oh.
Scrooge Boy has a sister.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got pipes.
She sang
That
me.
sounds wrong, man.
She sang me happy birthday, and
She should have did it the Marilyn Monroe way though.
oh,
Happy birthday, Mr.
Mr.
President.
you should have done it the Marilyn Monroe way for me.
Yeah.
Bro.
He should have let his hair down and everything.
No.
Oh! You would slid off like that.
Val, believe me, you do not want him to sing "Happy Birthday" because he will do so. He'll level up that, and he'll do it with his Sean Connery impersonation.
Oh God, no.
Please do not let
No.
him sing "Happy
No.
Birthday."
I can't
Sean
even do it.
Connery.
Yeah.
Sean Connery.
Oh,
Sean Connery
likes
singing
Happy hey, Birthday. I thought we agreed to leave this for 2020, buddy.
That was 2020.
We agreed to leave Sean
Anyways,
Connery
back
in
to my
2020.
birthday party. So then,
to Val, Mr. President.
You asked for it.
I didn't ask
You
for
asked
it.
for it. You asked for it.
No, no, not like that. Like, come on now.
Yeah, you got it just like that.
Can we edit this?
No, this is live. This is live.
Sorry, it's live.
That is
So, also, shout out to Joseph
Yes,
Bills'
that's what I was trying
for
to get
this
to.
lovely cake.
Well,
What
it's
is it infused with? Cherie, yeah.
Tequila rose and
Rose.
what did she put? Oh, strawberry puree.
Strawberry cray. What is strawberry cray? Is it
Puree.
cray?
Puree.
Oh,
Puree.
Strawberry
Puree.
puree.
Strawberry cray. Strawberry cray.
That shit, cray.
strawberry puree and some liquor.
All right, well, we're gonna get into our
Can I
first song. It is Era Harris and Sincerely Collins track. If I'm corrected, this hasn't been released yet, right?
Okay. Yeah, man, it's an unreleased track. It's actually coming out the upcoming album Poison that I've actually been working on for like 2
We've
years.
been waiting for that album.
Dude, yeah, it's been crazy. I made a lot of adjustments. There's been a lot of setbacks that I had to make because of this album.
We'll talk about that more.
Yeah, we'll get into it, man. Like definitely, we'll get into that. But it's all been worth it though, man. And I feel like with the time being, with everything that's been going on, like this is a perfect, like this is perfect timing with everything that kind of how I created it and did it with everything. But yeah, this is a Someday with me and my boy Sincerely Collins, man. Shout out to my boy Kyle. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Someday, somehow, somewhere, yeah. 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 No games, don't play, yeah. Someday, somehow, somewhere, yeah. Yeah. Let's go. I proceed to intervene with stress all on my mind. Unnatural as to the scene, I'm a primate all on my grind. Let's go. Feeling like I've been falling through that hole once all again. Devil testing me, bringing out demons. Hello to all of my friends. What's up? Round and round as the time goes, all eyes locked in that glide. Realizing, just visualizing for the tick gon' stop. People always wanna be friends when you're cruising up to that top. Then they go and switch sides and aim to grab for that glide. Someday, somehow, wanna get it some way. Okay, used to sling crack on the corner like a motherfucking dope man living in a motel. Never double back, rethink, never wanna lose on another wholesale. Don't tell, why you talking all the shit, boy? Damn, boy, you living in a folktale? Oh well. Slow pace, that growth, waiting, that flow straight, and that's fact. Probably hate it while you keep debating, I'm making all of these tracks. Maintaining them while I'm main stage and I'm breaking out with all that. Never basic, you can keep on hating, I'm feeding music while the beat is basing. Search for greatness, I was born to make it, you dare to show no love. Why should I ever show back when you never gave no fuck? What's up? Someday, Someday I want it all, yeah. Someday, somehow, somewhere, 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 yeah. No games, don't play, yeah. Someday, somehow, somewhere, yeah. Let's go.
Look, I was in the mood when I wrote this. Sometimes I find it hard to focus. Sometimes I find them all bogus, hopeless, digging you a hole and you ropeless. Get him out the game if he can't hang. I'ma do my thing for the fans' sake. I can tell a fake by his handshake. I can tell a hoe by a man's face. Birthday suit with a damn cake. Black Bruce Wayne, no damn cape. Watch that boy go ham, ayy. Miracle whip, no mayonnaise. Taxing for Uncle Sam's sake. Collins, that's your sensei. I'ma get the bread, that's pancakes. Nigga, I'ma get that Benz. Wait, yeah. Okay, that nigga went ahead and caught his stride. You ain't never met no one who got this light. Tech that kick flip, stop this grind. Jet set, flick pics online. IG click that bitch fine. Dime piece like that shit prime. Back, you wish that bitch mine. Maybe someday, one day, pipe dreams. Cold nigga got dripped out when the heat dropped. That's ice cream. You scream if you ever seen some of the cruel things that I've seen. I just had to clear that up like Visine. Hit the high beam, sincerely.
Someday, somehow, somewhere, yeah. 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 No games, don't play, yeah. Someday, somehow, somewhere, yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, and we are back in the building with Eric Harris. Man, that was a pretty good track. I like that shit.
Thank you, bro.
That shit was slapping. So do you have a new release date for Poison?
The day, not exact, but the month, yes.
When would the month be? When can we look forward to Poison coming out?
May
May
this
my
year,
goodness.
2020.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, the reason why is because we're waiting on.
Wait, that's why so long.
Right now we're waiting, basically, kind of just to see how this COVID plays out.
So
Obviously,
you can do the release party, right?
Yeah. We're gonna try and do the release party, and we're probably pretty much one way or another. I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm just like, I'm over this. Like obviously I'm gonna make it to the point where we gotta be safe. You know, if it's what we have to do, but you know the vaccine's starting to take place, and I feel like by May, I don't think it's gonna be like over, but I feel like we might have a little bit more leniency to do this.
Yeah,
you know
more like clarity. And
yeah,
shit.
I feel like we're gonna have a little bit more leniency to start actually being able to do something. So that's when I'm gonna release it. Whether or not we get to do the show, I'm gonna do something big for it. We'll do like a huge like host party or something, and have all the artists that are like that were supposed to be a part of the last year's show come and perform. That's what we were gonna do. So if not, we are still gonna do like a huge like type release, but it's gonna happen. So May for sure. Yeah, I'm excited because
I can't wait. Yeah, there's a lot of good tracks on this one.
Oh, dude, like with Preem on it, especially got Preem on it now.
Yeah,
he was I threw. It was kind of like a last minute decision. I felt like it was kind of like a part of what I was kind of going towards on the album. So I was like, this sounds like a dope track. I was like, let's just throw it on the album. I was like, why not? Threw it on the album, and it actually got started out with me and Bills. Actually, when me and Bills did TikTok, and I was literally creating the album in the process creating the album at that point. And like TikTok came together, and I was like, it just pushed me to keep going. And then I did the track with V, and that came out, and that was really dope. So I was like, let's just, I decided, I was like, let's do it. It all came together with the process that was going in my mind that was really like infected by a bunch of shit that was going on. That's why I called it Poison. I was really like going through a real deep time, and I felt like it was just like the darkest part of me that needed to come out, a story that I needed to put out. You know what I mean? And it was basically, that's like the poison that was in me that I released. I got that shit out, and now I'm kind of like, that's when I did Bones. Just dropped in October. Just did Bones.
Yes.
Bones is basically like, but what that represents is the like pretty much the curation of what was a part of Poison basically, and like I know I'm taking you like kind of like back in time. You know what I mean? So I'm like Bones is like, damn, that's what he made. You know what I mean? And then Poison is gonna be like a step back in time to like realize like, oh damn, he went through all that just to get to Bones. You know what I mean? So that's why I dropped Bones, and I was like, I felt like the EP was gonna be a really dope like intro to the album because it really has like an intro. There's actually like little Easter eggs in the album that you could hear Bones in that we did that shit, and it's actually really fucking dope. It's really cool. So taking you back in time to like a story basically of how I got to where I'm at right now. You know, with this music shit, and that's basically what's gonna happen. Yeah.
So how has COVID how you dealt with COVID? Like I know that I follow you a lot on your you know on your Facebook and stuff like that, and I see that you just keep pushing. So how have you adapted to like COVID? Like how once you realized, oh shit's changing up, we're going to quarantine, this and that, so like everything that you had planned for 2020 all of a sudden had to change. How did that affect you, and how did you take that? And
It was a huge loss. I took such a huge loss. I literally put. I don't want to just like say numbers, you know what I mean, but I put over like $5,000 into that album release that was coming out. I know that's just like not even like that's a small percentage of what was gonna go into that. And then I also had the bar and everything. I had 2 bars set up. Like I would literally had VIP buses that were gonna do like a meet and greet with. Like I was gonna try to work out getting a V to fly in from Cali because he had literally just signed to Ethica when this happened. So he was like, yeah, you got, I was gonna fly him out. And I was like, all right, let's get this going. Let's get the ball rolling. I literally just shot my video, No Pressure, for the album with Pyro, and then boom, I got like literally the news. They were like, oh, we got to shut down. We can't do nothing. 50, boom, boom. I called up the venue, and they were like, I was in a contract with the venue, and I got none of that money back yet.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yet.
Are they gonna even let you like at least use like
Yet. So it's it's like
he's all like, I'm waiting on that, like I'm waiting on my stimulus.
No, it's not. No, the stimulus is not even like that's has nothing.
I was gonna say, please.
No,
don't
I'm
say this
just
is a
saying that because of
constant
your
cycle.
pose. I love your pose. Like you're
Like, run me my like. I'm like something like.
So it felt.
I just want my money.
It knocked me back bad because like I felt so low because the artist that I was about to put on, you know what I mean, like their money was invested into that contract. You know what I mean? Because I was like, damn. I was like, you know what I mean? So, just like giving me like this time and everything to get back to these artists as well that were gonna be on the show, like kind of means a lot to me. You know what I mean? Because I really want to do something big for these guys. So I'm kind of like having a thought of like bringing in someone big that's gonna be a part of the show, and I do have their contact information, but I don't want to say who yet. It's kind of a surprise. But
that would be fun.
yeah, he's pretty big. He's blowing up. He's pretty big right now. So, but I don't want to speak on it. You know what I mean? Because sometimes when you speak things, sometimes they don't come into existence. You know what I mean? But I will manifest this shit and make this shit happen. So it's like, you know what I mean? So it's gonna happen May officially. That's when I plan on doing it. I had to make the adjustments. I had to wait on some verses back too as well because I'm adding some shit to the album as well. So it's yeah. So it's gonna be fire.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yesterday you posted, woke up to a bunch of hating ass people all over Facebook today. Arizona hip hop. This AZ hip hop that just point blank. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah.
Wait a
So
Got him!
Hold on, I'm gonna go live real quick.
You want me to re-ask the question when you go live?
Yeah.
Set the record straight, and you do
It was you or Scotty that posted this. I knew it was one of you two. I was like, wait, was this Era? So I went to look. I was like, it was.
Yeah. Shout out to Scotty, that was my boy. Scotty. Me and Scotty actually literally we were working like right next to each other on it. We're both chefs, we both chef it up. So yeah, that's our day job. So we love that shit.
So my question was, you're live, right?
Yeah, I'm live.
Okay. So my question was that you posted yesterday that you woke up to a bunch of hating ass people all over Facebook today. AZ hip hop, this AZ hip hop that just shut the fuck up already. AZ hip hop is amazing, point blank.
Yeah. So literally, I'm just scrolling through Facebook. You know what I mean? I wake up, I'm sitting there, I'm just scrolling. Yeah, we all do this bullshit. And all I keep seeing is people just Arizona hip hop, or about that cipher as well. That cipher was going on, or cipher this, and then this dude. I see people just, if artists would do this, if artists would do that, if Arizona artists would do this, if Arizona artists would do that, Arizona artists need to do this. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, stop. Arizona artists need to worry about them and building their stability, building their platform, and building their craft. That's what they need to worry about. They don't need to worry about what other people are saying. And I feel like that's what the energy is building off of. Is there's so much fucking negative energy in the world right now that everyone just literally talking about like, oh, artist this, artist that, oh, Arizona hip hop, or maybe if it won't be, or maybe it's about the Arizona Hip Hop Festival, or maybe about, oh, they shouldn't have done that. It was COVID this and COVID. We kept that shit 100% safe. Like, it was ridiculously safe. It was so
Oh yeah, you
like,
could.
it was like
You couldn't even walk around with your mask down.
Exactly.
Like it was like, get your mask on. Like there was mask
and
police
it was so
everywhere.
spaced out to where you couldn't even touch anybody. It was like, it was great. But other than that, I'm just like, people keep negatively talking about our state and the artists in our state,
and it's mainly the people from our state.
And it's mainly from the people of our state, and like, you just need to stop, yo. Just keep worrying about your craft.
Support your community.
Support your community,
and
like
work on your craft.
You know what? And if people come to me and are like, that's why I just did a thing where literally, so my producer left for 2 years. He's gone for 2 years. He's doing a huge mission. He's Mormon, but this kid is like he's a prodigy. This kid's a fucking prodigy. Like, this kid is amazing at making beats, and yeah, like I literally met this kid at my show like a year and a half ago, and from there we clicked. We connected, and we were like, that's how Bones got to be where Bones is at. Literally, like Poison, he's created most everything on that, and everything new that I'm dropping as well. I decided to do. He left me with like 150 beats, like ridiculous. Yeah, everything I have, all the rights to, everything is mine. So he was like, "Yo, we gotta do this," and I was like, well, I made a promise to him when he comes back, we gotta make something happen. You know,
So he just left, or
he just left. He literally left last month. So yeah, he left last month. He's going to like literally the 3 most dangerous cities in America. He's going to like Detroit, New York, fucking like he's going there. He's going. I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah, but hey, he's doing his thing. You know, I'm proud of that dude. But anyway, so I decided to do this thing with 5 artists where I was like, hey, I got 5 exclusive beats, and I'm gonna do this with 5 artists, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna see who really has like the best kind of like influence, best creativity, and their style on what they do. So I decided, I was like, forget 5 beats, boom, threw them out, and then I had like fucking 42 artists hit me up, and then they were like, yo, here, check me out, and I was like, cool. And at that point, I was like, yo, I got to actually, like, people were messing. I never even heard it before. You know what I mean? And I was just like, I got to hear their music, and I was like, yo, I actually like their music.
A good way to like network in quarantine, like.
And I was like, so that was technically a good way to get them networking as well. I was like, I fuck with their music now, and I'm gonna start maybe fucking with their music and show people their music. You know what I mean? Or maybe just, but these other 5 artists. So yeah, I chose. I decided to do something with Banks as well. Do Banks, Jacob as well.
Appreciate that.
What's that dude's name? Aramis Rodriguez or whatever I think his name is. That's his name? I'm not sure. But he did some songs with Banks too, and the kid's got talent.
Oh, okay.
His kid's got his talent. And I was like, hell yeah, dude. I was like, fuck it, I'll fuck with it. And then Toxic, Tony Toxic or something like that. And then my homie J Till, my boy J Till from Tucson. That's my dog. And me and I'm telling you, that song, yo, that shit's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
That is gonna be crazy.
So are you doing a song with each one, or is it like one big? Oh, okay, so it's like
I'm doing a song with each one, and I'm actually literally gonna have a studio dedicated day to where I'm gonna have all these guys come in on the same day. I'm gonna have food, weed, drink, like I'm gonna have everything. Literally have it all set up and have these guys come in. We're gonna have a huge just recording session and lay out a full, just maybe do a full EP and just have like all a collaboration EP or something, But I'm working out the kinks, but it's gonna be fire and it's coming up real quick.
So how far did Bones go? I know when I remember when
Bones is insane right now.
Yeah, so I remember it was like on the Apple pre-sales, it was like up at number 3. Did it go higher than 3?
No,
it went 3.
It didn't. It hit number 3. And then it went back down to 12, and then it went back up to number 9, and then fucking NBA YoungBoy, he dropped his shit, and then a few other bigger artists that are like actually are part of labels, they dropped their shit. But either just literally, I was in the top 10 in the pre-sales.
That was awesome.
And it was fucking dope.
Yeah,
I did not expect that at all. And shout out to all my people. Shout out to all y'all. If it wasn't for you guys, I would have not made that happen. And literally.
Right there, everybody.
I appreciate seriously because I appreciate the love. And literally, I have 4 new merch drops that are coming out too.
I can't wait.
Yeah, they're
I
insane.
missed the last ones, but I definitely want to.
Yeah,
Are you doing tie-dye again?
Yeah, I might do some tie-dyes. I might do some more tie-dyes. I might do it during probably like the summer.
Like a brownish one.
Yeah, I got some. It's like I was looking at some crazy like lime green, purple, evolving like type shit, but kind of like look like a Lakers type thing. You know what I mean? But I don't know. But I'm kind of like trying to do some. I'm doing hats right now. I'm gonna do hats like some trucker hats like these. You know what I mean? But I'm doing like I might do a collaboration with somebody that does like really cool hats and shit. Like Carhartt or like somebody, you know what I mean? Because I'm not. That's the big thing I think people need to do too is if you're gonna be a part of something and doing like music, you need to start building your businesses, your business ethic as well. Yes. Reach out to different companies that could possibly have a chance to sponsor you, and if they fuck with you, you know what I mean? They could be like, hey, let's do a collaboration and see how much sells. Let's see what we do and let's see if we can really do something. And literally, people do that all the fucking time. Like you can go like if you go like a skater, you can go to your local skate shop like Cowtown or something. Show them that you're good enough, boom, you sponsor it. Literally, just reach out to companies that are willing to like be like, hey, this guy maybe has an image, and you know they might do something for you. Like I got CBD sponsors out of Los Angeles now. I got clothing sponsor, tie-dye company. Like I'm sponsored by the tie-dye company. Like I got clothing. It's just reach out, talk to them. Don't be afraid. That's the thing I can say to artists too as well. Too that's something that being like in quarantine taught me too is just sit down and just reach out to fucking people. You got the time, make it happen.
Yep. So. Solid advice.
I have one more question before we go around the table and everybody asks questions. How are the little ones? How's it been going through quarantine in a house full of girls? I know you're in a house full of girls. How has quarantine been for you?
That's
I know
too much hormones.
I know at one point you got in trouble. You got a call from the teacher.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm sitting on the shitter, right?
Uh-oh.
And I get a phone call, and it's this is blah, blah, blah from Kinsley School. This is the counselor. So we just want to talk to you. And I know sometimes the mics could be on and off, but can you please watch your language? And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? And she's like, can you please? I'm like, no. I'm sorry if the mic was on, but if I accidentally curse in my house and you hear something, I'm gonna curse in my house. This is my home. And I was like, I'm sorry my daughter's not in school with everything going on, but I'll be sure to make sure the mic's off from now. And I was polite about it towards the end, but I told her politely, no.
Yeah.
Politely decline.
Yeah, but I told her I was like, just like the hell is
I won't watch my mouth, but I'll make sure the mic's off.
Yeah. And then sometimes like you said, living in a house full of girls,
yeah, that was that.
Bro, I'll be going crazy sometimes. But I love
leaving my house.
Yeah. Oh my god. I love.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You gotta deal with it too.
Even our dogs.
That's a lot of raging hormones.
Oh my god.
Look, it's hard for me, and I'm a chick. Like it's a lot.
Bro, we just got this little kitten. We just got this little cat now, and this cat's like a freaking crackhead, bro. He be jumping on the kids like all the time, like just like trying to. And then she just walks around, and then I wake up in the morning, and then she's just like, oh my gosh, she just cuddles, she's so cute, and then during the day she's like this huge crackhead just going. I'm like, I want to get rid of you, but I don't like. But I can't. But no, she's we just got a cat and all that. But no, living in a house with all girls, like it's taught me to be patient. Patience for sure. But
every time I see pictures of Kinsley on Facebook, like I always just remember her when we were at the Crab Royal, and she's like, "Yeah, that's my daddy. That's my daddy." I'll never forget that moment. I never will forget that moment with her. Like she was so amazing. It was so funny.
All
she was just
eyes were locked on her. I remember that.
That's my baby. And like, oh my, you should see her eyes. Anything like her. So her birthday was just last month, and then Christmas and all that. Her anything that comes to music, she opens up cool stuff like a Barbie Dreamhouse. She's like, oh yeah, this is amazing. But when it comes to like music things, she flips. Like she got this like little like microphone kit and like everything else, and she just wants to do music.
Yeah, because she was in the audience singing along,
she was
grooving, like that's my daddy, like awesome. So it's like number one fan, obviously,
And then my youngest too, my 1 year, my 1.5 year old, she's 18 months today. So and she's already just literally when Frozen comes on, she can't talk yet, but when she's like I'm like really? I look at mom, she just starts laughing. She takes after dad. But it's definitely taught me patience, and then the schooling thing as well at home that's oh my gosh, but it's taught me a lot. It's been taught me to be patient. It's taught me not to. This whole 2020 should really teach everyone to really take life fucking serious. Yeah, be patient and just like literally love people that are beside you. And like that's why I said the whole negativity, like energy that's in the air, like it's ridiculous. You guys should.
And with the COVID situation going on, like we're all in this together. Yeah. So like we need to
I don't give
unite, not divide.
Everybody literally has been struggling, has had a struggle in 2020.
Agreed.
And that you can't say you haven't. Like because there's something that happened. And even if you got money, that's cool. You know what I mean? But at a point, if you got money, you probably had like little money, and you were like, "Fuck!" But you had so many things that cost a lot of money. You probably weren't able to pay for that shit.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? That's the real shit too. Is as an artist as well. I feel like one more thing I should say is budget yourself. Budget yourself correctly. Because like if you don't, you will go broke doing this shit. Like,
Agreed.
I've done it. But now since I've done it, I won't do it again.
It's a learning process. Everything's a learning process. And I think when you talk about the negative energy in Arizona and stuff like that, I think that's what a lot of people, it goes back to that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, it's a learning process for all of us. We're all living in a new world.
Yeah.
We're all living in something new.
100%.
It's like everybody was like, oh, well, we're waiting for COVID to pass. It's not.
For it to go back to normal.
Like
this is the new normal for now.
And then it'll probably change again.
And this is what we need to get used to for now.
For now.
And that's the problem. Like a lot of people are in division, and it's been like it was slowly creeping in 2020, where the division was actually starting to happen, and people were more focused on themselves, but they started going focused towards their teams and instead of being there in their community and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that kind of like started emerging more about like, I would say before October, and then now like this huge shit storms at like Arizona's door, and everybody's basically at each other's necks for no reason.
Yeah. Okay, you want to start, Sauce?
Come back to me later.
Okay, Tiana.
I guess I'll ask my classic question. When is your birthday, or what is your sign?
Gemini.
Yeah.
Knew it. I knew it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Definitely Gemini.
Yeah, definitely Gemini.
I think it's dope. Me and Pac have the same birthday, June 16th.
Oh,
that's
alright
something
then.
I always thought was really dope.
You and who?
Pac.
Oh, Tiana's ex-husband.
Yes. I'm a widow.
Got him!
Did you see his face?
Speaking of the tie-dye company, my boy Dalton just spoke. Dalton England, he's the owner of the tie-dye company. So shout out to my sponsor, tie-dye company. That's my favorite right there. That's my guy.
Yeah.
I love that guy. Hey, they all talk about they want to do another tie-dye, bro. I think we should do some more tie-dyes.
Yeah, run them.
We gotta run them, bro. I think we should do it. Hit me up. Fuck it. I'll text you. Let's run it. We gonna do some dope shit.
Hey,
we always do dope
We
shit.
gotta do a real one tie-dye.
Yeah. No, he's amazing with this product, and he literally just launched another company as well. He's gonna be doing stuff with it's like tie-dye kids, like go across the world. It's like
oh wow.
it's like it's super dope. Like I literally saw it and I didn't have a chance to really go read into it, but I'm gonna go check it out because he's gonna be doing something like literally worldwide. He's already worldwide. He's like I don't know if you guys have heard of like Something Kings, the Dropout Kings. They dance for like Chance the Rapper and stuff like that. I don't know, but they're all over like they're huge. They're huge dancers, but he floats them. I guess they're sponsored by him too and stuff too. But he's all over the world. Like he's worldwide now, and literally this guy's like he's blowing up with this stuff, and he's done some amazing work, and he's doing really good shit for the community as well.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, he did also Futuristic did his tie-dyes with him too, like his album tie-dyes and shit.
Oh
too.
wow,
Yeah,
awesome.
they sell that as a historic guest list, I think, still. So, yeah, but like, dude, he's a really awesome dude as well. So, yeah.
Ace.
But
well, shit. Since I already know, the world already knows like really what you getting into, like
my guy.
Like
yeah.
Like, what's something that the world don't know? I don't give a fuck if it's off the wall.
Something about you.
You know what I mean? Something that like.
So
let me tell the world something that.
I think
like,
he's got something too.
Yeah.
His blank
He's
plate
ready.
right
He's
there.
ready.
He's
Look
like,
at
I got it. it just shifted
She's
into
a-
gear right
You
there.
see the leg go up?
He's like,
Look at his lean back. He's like, well.
Something that the world doesn't know. Damn. So like, I am in the process of my new album. That's not like Poison. I'm in the process of already creating my new album as well. Because of course I'm doing some with those beats that I got. There are gonna be some really, really big names on that album. Like
Outside of
people-
Texas.
outs-
I mean, outside of
outside of-
Arizona.
Texas.
Yeah, like I got like
You had to.
pretty much like
I'm sorry.
like
Sorry.
people that have like pretty much like deals with like Sony and stuff like that. People who
Okay.
actually have like independent deals and stuff like that are able to do collaborations. So it's gonna be pretty dope. I'm excited for this one because the whole creation process has been.
Do you do a lot of your work by yourself, or do you have like a team
I
that
do
helps
my
you?
shit by myself.
You do.
Yeah. I mean, like I have my boy, of course, but like everything that I do over the internet, my own marketing, everything I also do. Like, but I do have RTU. I do have like Justice actually. When I float stuff to him all the time, he's like, hey, let's see if we can put it on the RTU page. Let's do the right thing and get it out there. I mean, that's helped me majorly as well. So I have to respect the underground, of course, because that's my icon radio. Everyone I've been running with them for years as well. So
That's awesome.
thanks to them. They put a huge impact on the scene as well for me. So yeah. But something else that they don't know, also this whole album, like I've been going through really like even though this has been a real rough year as well, like people don't know like my pops, he's going to prison probably for like another like 15 years. I don't know. Yeah, he ended up shooting his chick in the neck. So like, but he's never really been like a really like deep part of my life, but that's something that's gonna be a creation process as part of that album. Like it's gonna be a real concerning part, you know what I mean? And like also Poison actually has a song that's about those two in there as well.
Oh wow.
I got huge projects coming out with Sincerely Collins and Serena Dominguez, produced by Action Beats as well.
Awesome.
It's gonna be pretty huge. We're shooting a huge video to that. We're still in the process of getting that done and worked out. That's gonna be something that nobody has heard about yet. So that's actually gonna be huge. I feel like that's gonna be literally my biggest single, my biggest project to date. Just because of how that song came out, it's a whole different side of me that like nobody has seen, and it like literally you're gonna be like so in tune with this song, you might start crying. Like like it's real deep. It's super fucking deep, and like with her on it, with him, with everything, it just blended so perfect. As well, over the quarantine process, I was with him working out on different songs, meeting different people as well. So that's what really kind of led out to me meeting bigger people and working on different projects with them as well. So it's just new music, really big music. So yeah, 2021, it's gonna be crazy. Huge videos as well, big videos. I'm actually investing into myself and actually gonna be investing into a spot probably and shooting my own videos. So,
Ooh, awesome.
Yeah, I actually want to start doing it. I still want to work with other videographers though. I don't want to be that guy that just starts shooting my own videos and thinks I'm fucking cool at it. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like I really want to. Yeah, I want to start working with other people. Not working with them, but I want to have them shoot my videos still. You know what I mean? Because I feel like working with other people also is a great way to get your market out there, network, as well as just collaborations with songs. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, 2121, hella music, big shit, real deep shit. You guys are gonna love it.
Yeah.
So
Sounds
what's
forward to
something
it.
that you can give to the community right now? Like what like a bit of advice that you learned from this being the new normal?
Right now, I think people need to plant your feet. I think you need to chill. Don't jump the gun on shows. Don't jump the gun on really just spend time on creating your craft. I really think people need to focus on building also their presence as well. You know what I mean? I think people need to get more in tune with marketing, taking care of what they need to do. I think people need to really focus on meeting more people and getting themselves out there. I think this is the time to do it. You got the time, do it. Don't just make music and drop it. Make music and drop it. Make music and drop it. Everyone can just, it's great to do that. It's fucking awesome. It builds your catalog. It does that. You know what I mean? But I think people need to start focusing on business ethic. I think people need to start focusing on planning your feet. Really, if you're really gonna do this shit, make it your fucking job. Make it your business.
Yes.
And you got the time. I think 2020 was a huge step. If you had that time to sit on your ass and do it, you really should have been doing it. So right now, if you have time, do it. Plant your feet, stable yourself, and literally don't jump the gun. Take your time. Take your time. I've been doing this for 13 years. You know what I mean? And I'm barely just putting out content. Barely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My I-10 literally I put it out a year ago. It just hit 1K organically. I just kept sharing it and sharing it and sharing it. People shared it for me. People loved it. If people love your music, they will share it. Just make good music. You know what I mean? Don't drop it quickly. Engineer it. Production. Make sure that shit's quality. Get it right. Don't just drop it. You know.
Okay.
So, take your time.
Okay.
Sauce?
Well, you pretty much answered the question I originally had for you a bit, which was how was the COVID affecting you and your personal life. So you pretty much answered that question before I could even ask. So instead, I'm just gonna like make a left turn on this situation, and just be like, you suddenly struck gold. You're fucking rich as fuck, and you want to get something for yourself. Be greedy for a little bit of a change. What's the one thing you've always want to get your hands on if you have that kind of money for it?
Shit. I just want to buy a few houses.
Wow. Yep.
That's like my
that
thought too.
That took
was
me
my-
that took me right because I thought you were gonna say something. Well, you're putting it into your music.
No, like I really like I get.
It's an
I want to
investment.
make.
It is.
Yeah,
It
it's a
is.
huge investment. Like I would want to buy. I just want to buy houses. Like,
Mhm.
but like not
And
just any,
flipping
like good houses.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So if Era Harris wasn't Era Harris, was that what you'd be doing? You
Yeah.
think?
Eric Harris, the real estate agent.
I would definitely. I definitely want to get into real estate. Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
That's one of my goals
goals.
this year. Yeah.
I mean, I would like. I built houses for like 3 years. When I lived up north and stuff.
Mhm.
I like worked on Flagstaff Ranch and shit like that, and worked on like multi-million-dollar homes, doing like framing work and like ground work and everything from fucking laying tile to fucking doing whatever it was.
So you Arizona born and raised? That's one thing I don't know about
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
I lived in South Carolina for like 3 years, so I lived in the South for like 3 years, 4 years almost, and then came back home. But yeah, I've been in Arizona my whole life, so Arizona's my home. I love Arizona. I always rep Arizona. So
Random question. What's your favorite color?
mine, maroon.
Maroon.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
Gemini's maroon.
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah.
Maroon and black. Maroon and black. I like dark colors.
I'm a Gemini rising, so I'm part of the gang.
So I know that you, when you were posting about your interview here today, you said you had some news for everybody. Have you shared that news, or is that something else, or what do you have for?
Vaguely, yeah. I was gonna talk about the whole projects dropping and stuff like that with the album as well. But my new news is, next month I will be dropping 2 new singles as well, 2 videos with the singles.
Fuck yeah.
And it's leading into the album. So yeah, I'm excited for that one, and I've been kind of working out how that's gonna go. But I'm really excited for that because the process of it has been insane. So.
Well, we'll definitely get back to you throughout the show. We'd like to keep you on for the whole show if you don't mind staying. We'll voice the people and
Everything
Stuff like-
else,
yeah,
all the
everything
other
else that comes
bullshit
along
that
with
we
it.
gotta
Bullshit
deal
we
with.
get into.
yeah. But right
Yeah.
now, we're gonna go into one of your songs.
Yeah, this one's with Era Harris and De La Prime. Let's go.
Alright.
Oh, shout out to my boy Cream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember them days. Gonna remember them days. Remember them bootlegs and Christmas Reggie? Say we were sipping King Cobras and moving steady. Just stay young and grinding and bumping heavy. Eagles Hotel California, cruising reckless, smoking Medis. Defining moments, inserting all these right components. I keep on searching for my meaning. Do I really want it? I'm truly feeling. I really need this. I find this life is beating. Continue my sequence. I'm making moves. You gotta feed it. I really need it. Can you believe it? He really made it. That's just something they won't say. I'm looking back, laughing and grinning like, okay. Looking back, remember that's something they won't do. Did everything I said, you know I was gon' do. Come and vibe with me if you really just want to. It's that good fucking music you can really vibe to.
Reggie, we was flipping that. I'ma get it for the lowest, then I triple that. Diesel, that's my favorite. I will stay with a couple zips that got that money for my business. Now they pay for what I did with that. I'll keep you on the up and up. Always been 100, that's the reason why they fuck with us. Jump out, not too busy, as you see the pay that double dust. Learn a lot, the lesson, most important, never trust too much. I was depressed, but now I really feel like that dude. Boy, you know you timid, but in public you just act rude. I used to wake up every single day to make the pack move. Like, nobody can save me, now they pay me for these rap moves. That's real life. It's all about the bridges that you build, right? I'm only about to do it if it feel right. For my people, I'ma speed up and stop the opposition if they thinking they can beat us. Yeah. I like that. Hey, yeah. I see you dragging, pick your feet up, and maybe that's the reason you can't keep up.
People have no feeling. How can they know their friends? Easy to be proud, easy to say no.
Hey yo, and we are back again. This is that was Era Harrison De La Prime back there. That shit was actually pretty slapping. It was like a relaxing beat.
Had us all dancing up in here.
I was
I heard it in the back.
I was like chill dancing right
You got Tiana dancing in the restroom.
Yep.
Potty dance. So let's get into the voice of the people. Real quick shout out to Cherie to Cherie. You can hit her up on Instagram at mysweetamore or Instagram at mysweetamore. And this is the cake that she made for Val. So
Beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful. It is infused with tequila rose and strawberry puree.
We will be having some soon.
Yes.
yes. Yes. All right. So you guys look like you're up to something over there.
Man, this boy. All right, well, so we're gonna tap into the voice of the people.
Hold on 1 second. You hold on. Put me on live.
Huh? No, we all live. We still live. I'm like, we still live.
Hey.
He just wants attention.
So let me go ahead and get into it, because the thing is, what I was gonna talk to was just about, all the hatred that we're finally about to overcome. And
Are we though?
I'm like, it's actually on the way.
Okay.
And it's crazy because I'm like, I got also Cheddar, on all our feeds right now, and swear to God, Cheddar, if you just waited 5 fucking minutes, you would go ahead and apologize.
You're gonna look like an asshole.
I'm you gonna look real stupid after I'm done talking right now.
I love seeing people look stupid.
So
that's like,
I was like, wait, you didn't even give us a chance.
That's what gets my dick hard.
Because just like how Eric jumped on Facebook, and I'm like, all this little bullshit that went up, and I'm like, I didn't even get to see the cipher.
I didn't either. We haven't even heard it.
The only thing that I got to tap into Cheddar's live. And Cheddar said one thing out of all the other shit, that only thing that mattered. It's like, why can't these ladies go ahead and make music? Like who says that they can't?
You're right. You're right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, top tier or not, because I'm like, because you're on a certain tier that you can't. Like, that's the whole point of us making music. I'm so sick of this hate and this bullshit
that's when it comes back to the community situation.
It makes like a whole popularity contest, you know what
Literally,
I mean?
everyone's
I feel like, you know what I mean? I'm like, even as a male in that same corner, like, I got to go to certain competitions and lose, knowing damn well that I did, at least better than this cat. At the end of the day, I always try to look at something, the glass half full.
Always.
So Cheddar said this one thing, and it just was like, damn, that's dope as fuck. The half full shit. He said, I put all these ladies up here, and everybody like niggas is all in their inbox like to do shit now. Now they're getting to another platform because as artists you're supposed to if you mediocre, cool, and then next year you're gonna be better. It's growth and opportunity.
Like I said, just take your time.
I might just take your time. I don't care if you're bottom tier or you're top tier. Everybody starts somewhere, and music is beautiful. And we fucking next. Like I'm really with it. Like we are. I'm like on top of that, like female talent is like.
Female talent is rare, but it's big.
It's very rare.
It's big.
And I'm like, especially like. I'm like, I don't know if you're gonna sing, if you're gonna rap, if you're gonna dance. Like, I done seen all the shit.
All the shit. And you're like, still fascinated when you hear a new one.
I don't know what the fuck these ladies gonna do. They doing so much, and it's beautiful.
And I'll even vouch for that. Like, female talent over male talent is like far more like interesting to me because it's like you know, a dude gets on stage, it's only gonna be one of two things, and we already know this. A female gets on stage, we don't know what we're expecting to hear. You know, we could hear, oh, I do rap and R&B, okay, but let's see what you're doing right now. And then it's always something different. It's something intricate. It's something elegant.
Mm-hmm.
Plus facts, you know.
Yeah, because you don't know what you're gonna. You don't know she's gonna walk on. Like if you've never heard her music, it was kind of like Shawnae last night.
Yeah,
a lot of people didn't
like
know
that.
who she was or hadn't seen her. That were at my party last night, but she on that stage, and it was like, whoa, like she killed it with her pipes. She did it, and it was like everybody was all like, oh. Shit, like who is she? Where is she from? Like this and that, you know? And it's like,
and we didn't even know Scrooge Boy had a sister.
Yeah. Well, I didn't.
I didn't know.
I've already been networking with Shawnae. I didn't know that Shawnae and Scrooge Boy were brother and sisters. What I didn't know. Like I personally invited. She got personally invited to perform at my party. She didn't, and she was on the flyer. And I've been networking with her. She is an upcoming artist out of Arizona, and it's the same thing. Everybody's working on their craft, you know, trying to adjust to 2021 and what's going on in the world, and it's awesome. And you know, going back to the cipher, you know, it's a working process, and like I even said it, like, you know, William Buford we were talking about it before the show, that William Buford had, you know, commented on the cipher and his feelings on it, and then everybody started putting all their feelings on it, and Melina just came on there, like, so respectfully, like, she could have came on there and, like, totally disrespected everybody back and said this and that, but she went on there respectfully and said, I think we all did an awesome job, and left it at that. I seen that comment, and I was all like,
Melina has good spirits,
that's
too.
like the most dopest shit I could have.
But that's how it should be.
It should be.
Yeah.
Like,
It's sportsmanship.
Absolutely.
It's sportsmanship. Like, we're all in a process of learning. Yes.
It's a boiling pot right now.
Like, everybody wants to voice their opinion. You know what I mean? So these social platforms give you that opportunity to do that.
And you can't really get mad on these social platforms.
Yeah, you just can't. I used to be like, oh, fuck. I used to be a hothead. Like, for real. And I used to just be like, oh.
I mean, it feels like shit when you get bad
shit, you know, but
reviews, but...
It's not worth it sitting there really, you know what I mean? Especially if you have something going for you. You know what I mean?
If you know your shit's fine and you're doing good, one negative comment isn't gonna kill it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people are gonna fucking hate, you know what I mean? That's how it's gonna be, but you gotta take something from it. Either do better or fucking just stop. I mean, like, you know, do better or stop. Like,
in this game, and like I've told a few people this, I told Strife this. Listen, you can't be emotional in this game. You cannot be emotional. Because
do your horn. Do it.
Because once you get emotional and you're triggered,
today, bro.
You're not on your soundboard.
I'm sorry.
Yo, so
It was.
He's a little slow.
Hey, well, peep this. This is some real facts. Cause why the fuck are you trying to impress the nigga next to you? When the fact there is, I'm like, there's more people, just a whole nother state over. I'm like,
exactly.
Like honestly, like I don't know who the fuck told me this shit, but this is the craziest shit. we're in a quarantine stage. There's a fucking Russian kid sitting at home right now in front of his computer wanting to see some dope ass shit right now.
Yeah.
He's overseas. There's some Asian, you know what I mean,
Retail,
mom, whatever. It doesn't
And once
matter.
you get
They're
overseas,
completely
that's a boiling
overseas.
pot too.
They're like, okay, what are these Americans doing? And now you got to see some. I'm like, whatever. They got some shit that's popping. Now they're gonna show all of their community. These niggas don't know you, but it's okay to have hate.
Yup.
Y'all motherfuckers are so crazy. I'm like, let's
yeah.
cry about this. Embrace this shit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank you.
like,
Yeah.
You must be doing something good.
Yep.
I like it.
Yep.
I
damn
came from a
straight.
small fucking town. He's fucking rapping. He's rapping. He ain't gonna do shit. I got my ass out of that fucking town.
Yeah.
And then that came down.
Where you at now?
Yeah,
And then watch.
And then now
slide
I mean,
on their ass now, and then be like,
exactly.
oh yeah, motherfucker, I'm
And
here.
now
Like,
I got those same people. They're actually looking. They're like, half of them are probably looking at my live right now. And
Yeah.
they're like, you know what I mean? They're like,
The other
like,
quarter
damn,
are
he's
just
actually-
hobos.
He's really doing this. I'm like,
people to tell
By the way, I
you
think
you
it's
can do it,
freaking
so
dope
you
that
can.
he has
sometimes
people
you
quiet.
need that hate to embrace that shit.
It's
And
a
actually,
push.
it's a push. Yeah, you gotta embrace that shit and eat it. Just eat that shit, and then, like I said, either just eat it, take it, do better, or just don't. You know, or just don't. You know what I mean? Step back and take that, or you can do something better and be like, yo, okay, let's rewind and try something new.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You know what I mean?
I'm like, don't blame motherfuckers because you suck or whatever. I'm like, get up in here. I'm like, literally. No, I'm serious. I'm like, because I'm
You're waking up. You're waking up.
because I'm like, you might. I'm like, let me finish because I'm like, because you might honestly might not suck. These just people are just saying that shit to make you.
Because they
Yes.
because they
Yes.
don't like you.
Yeah, exactly.
You have a fan base somewhere.
Exactly. You
like
gotta
said, I had
find
to
your
remove
fan
myself
base.
out of that toxic environment.
Just
now,
like-
now I'm better. I'm actually quality, but you wanna put me beneath you like I am, but you know that you're worth some shit.
It's kind of like how you said earlier. You said I don't know if it was before we went live or not, but you were saying that you have fans in Hawaii that you
Oh,
mail
yeah.
merch to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
See,
saying?
I got
Like,
fans.
fucking dope.
I got fans
Oh, yeah.
in Hawaii. I got fans in Florida, like Minnesota, New York. I got fans in California.
And see, this is what I'm saying. Like,
when
you
I-
got to be able to outbranch and go everywhere with your
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Don't
and
stay
you're-
in just
and when you're-
Arizona.
and you have to look
Yeah.
at where
because
your music.
you're gonna have fans all over the place.
Yeah.
Like I can even point like Washington, Florida, Colorado, over
And
in
even-
the Philippines.
Yeah, exactly. Like when we look at Jacob's, when we sit and look at Jacob's numbers, like he has a lot of fans in Russia. Like a lot of people in Russia are listening to him. So you don't know where
Spotify's
your
a huge market, like because people, it's everywhere. It's all over the world. You got people tuning in all over the world. That
Yep.
Spotify app is worldwide. You know
But
what I mean?
but
So-
the advice that I would give to artists for 2021 is visuals. If you're gonna invest, you have to invest in your visuals because,
No visuals.
like Ace
Yup.
said, people are sitting at home wanting something to
Yup.
see. So if you're throwing out,
Stop dropping music.
so if you're
drop
throwing
some
out
videos.
shitty
Yeah.
ass music, stop
But
dropping
But
music. You
drop
need to.
quality.
I'm
Don't
like-
just drop quality.
Yes.
Don't just-
I'm like, you can
Take
even
care
try.
of
I'm
it,
like, even
yeah.
if you drop like some like a quick little freestyle, trailers, something,
Like, yeah.
something just to
Something
keep
to
them,
keep people entertained.
Exactly.
So check this.
Yeah.
Literally, what I'm doing for my first, like, what I'm gonna try out and try and do, like I said with my video, I'm gonna take a bunch of fucking newspaper and I'm gonna do it all in like the corner of my apartment type room. I'm gonna try something out and I'm gonna set it up and set up lighting and everything else to where it's like a one take with the microphone stand. It just has a bunch of like newspaper, like creepy, like type setting. You know what I mean?
Don't be
Around,
giving away
like-
your ideas.
But no, I need people need to hear that shit because you need to be idealistic. Don't just fucking shoot a video to shoot a fucking video. You need to come up with creativity ideas that go with what you're really fucking trying to shoot for. You know what I mean? Don't just make a video to make a fucking video.
If it
Same
goes
old
with
basic
the theme of the.
Like when I shot No Pressure, like when Bills came in and did his cameo, like it was perfect because I was like, you know what, let's see how we can mix it, and it was perfect because it was like he came in as like an undercover type, you know what I mean, but he was actually my homie that was deep undercover for me. It was like it was no pressure. You know what I mean? And he's like, we gonna get you out of here tonight. He's like, bet that. I'm like, bet. He's like, you know what I mean? He put the gun up to my head. He's like, it's just loaded, mother. And like, and I'm like, but it was a great video. But like, you gotta find ways to be very creativity to where it's gonna catch people and have them continuously want to watch your shit over and over and over again. People could just watch a video and be like,
Yeah.
And it's like you said, 2021 is a perfect opportunity now.
like
you
the
have
fun.
time.
Like the Fonzarelli project. Fonz put a lot of work and energy into that video, and good quality.
Fonz is I have yet to work with Fonz, but me and Fonz have like messaged each other multiple times, like we gotta work together.
Yes.
And that's my like literally he's literally like he's coming to work where I used to work and eat food. Like I still haven't a chance to sit down and talk with him. Like what shouts to Fonz, bro. We're gonna work soon, like for real. Like, and I kind of like Fonz is so authentic to what he does.
Yes.
He's very nurtured to where he's at, and he's good at what he fucking does. He literally takes, like, from what I understand, like I remember when Ace, when he first performed, when I threw my show, right? I just met Ace. I literally just met him, and I heard his music then, and then I heard the song he just did there. I was at a hip hop festival at Fonz. I had literally looked back at those. I was like, did Fonz do this? And he was like, yup, and I was like, I can hear me. So shout out to Fonz, man. Yeah, he really elevates people's music and their style. Like, he really does. And like, I heard that song by Ace, and I was like, yo, that shit's fire. I was like, that shit was dope. So yeah, shout out to Fonz, man. And like, he's so authentic, and he's very about what he does and the music that he makes. So I really fuck with that dude. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's my guy.
Yeah, hey, that motivated you started that video. That was
yeah.
You were like you're the thumbnail of the video.
You got the thumbnail, you know what I mean? Cause like,
with them braids, I was all like, got that energy.
I'm like, the hair is getting me places. I'm like, hey, the funny thing is, like, I had a photo shoot. She took me to a photo shoot. My guy's like, he's like, I need you to hang like this. Like,
you're modeling pictures. I have them.
Yeah, I'll show you. He's like, so my boy's like, more dreads. And then his fucking,
that's another thing.
He's like, yeah, more dreads, and that's when you catch me like right there in that little spot.
Yeah. You gotta work on your presence. You really gotta work on how you present yourself to people as well, and how you like really want yourself to look in music.
Muzzy, let your hair down.
I ain't let my hair down.
Let it flow.
I can see Muzzy.
You gotta make a very, like, how would I say, like, people want to picture you as an artist. You know what I mean? Yeah. People want to see you as the artist you are, and like me, like I had shaved head, man bun. I was literally always I had a style to where I was wearing hoodies 24/7, and now I'm doing like I kind of like I'm evolving into this rockish hip hop country type style that I've been doing. It's been crazy. That's why this whole new album that I'm working on is like it's not just rap artists. There's some like there's a country artist on there that's really big. So yeah, it's
nothing.
It's like I'm working on different shit, and I feel like you need to do that, step out of your boundaries sometimes, and really like kind of see what can go good for you. And I felt like because when I did Bones, like when Bones dropped, Bones was like a kind of country-ish vibe.
You gotta think like, and that's what the thing is. Like, people have to understand. Like, that's when I say like we gotta come together. You have to work with people that are not in your circle, that are not in your fan base, to gain that more fan base. It's kind of like when Taylor Swift came into country, and came into rap, and you know what I'm saying. Like, you have to collab different artists, different cultures, and you know what I'm saying. Like, in order to.
It's crucial.
So now it's like like I said, like with your presence, like I was wearing like now it's just like I'm slick back. I'm wearing trucker hats, black tees, and loose pants and whatever. Like really present yourself as the artist you're putting yourself out to be. So it's like I think I have found what I want, my niche. You know what I mean? In this music, and I think that's this whole new album that I'm working on right now is actually gonna be that niche, and it's really gonna catch. And I really feel like it's gonna do something big. So
looking forward to it.
Me too.
All right, well, let's get into the sauce with Mr. Sauce Man over here. Give us that sauce that everybody craves every Sunday. Sauce.
The sauce.
I'll give you the motherfucker.
From that.
So I went to go. So this is. I don't have much to say in terms of technology or anything like that, except that I went to go see the movie Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah.
How was that?
Shit, yeah. Was that good?
As a gamer, I enjoyed it because of the action scenes. Because I'm an action type of dude. But honestly, it kind of. No, it kind of fell flat in terms of storytelling, because
2 for 2.
in the video game of the Monster Hunter, you're just a monster hunter. You don't have a background or anything. You just rolled into town and you slay monsters. You harvest their carcasses for for hunting
Weapons
purposes and
and
such.
shit,
Weapons, armors, and all of that. I mean, does it have a kind of story? Sure. You wander around the world and you figure out what the fuck is going on.
I think Monster Hunter World had more of a story and shit like that.
It did, especially with its DLC, the Iceborne. But in this movie, you have a band of soldiers, of rangers suddenly get swooped up by a mysterious storm, and they teleport to this unknown world and all that shit. And me personally, I'm just like,
That
really?
was the storyline?
That's the plot.
Oh, so he got swooped up and brought to a mysterious world.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
And I mean, like, that's the thing. And that's the thing. I didn't care for the story as much as I did for the action.
Yeah.
Because the action was great. The monster designs was cool. I love
this CGI.
It was nice. I enjoyed it. I went with my girlfriend, and she kind of got uncomfortable because there were certain scenes in the movie. I'm not gonna.
She kind of got on what?
She got uncomfortable.
There were sex.
There were
what?
scenes. No, there were scenes in the movie that were uncomfortable for her. She kind of.
Were they like sex scenes
No.
or?
There were certain monsters that she didn't like.
Oh, she didn't like certain monsters?
Yeah, there were certain monsters in the.
Was it the pickle?
No.
Wait, what?
There's this monster in Monster Hunter World. People call it the pickle because it looks like a big old pickle.
No, that's another thing. The movie was kind of was short, and they're trying to get to some kind of point. But in the game, there are a variety of wildlife out in the world. Here in this movie, they've narrowed it down to like 4 or 5
specifics.
Yeah, and they had like the final boss. Towards the end of the film. And
so gay.
Yes, and unfortunately,
speak your mind, Muzzy.
It is gay. And honestly,
they ruined the movie. I knew they were going to. Goddamn hobbits.
I got work. I gotta hit it too.
I mean, imagine if they tried to make a movie based off of the Legend of Zelda.
Thank you for the interview, guys.
People. Oh man.
Oh, all right. Eric Harris is headed out of the building.
I got work.
Thank you for coming in.
Make that
Appreciate
real.
you so much.
Anytime, guys. I appreciate it. There we go. Say bye to the live. Oh god, my back's sore.
Come to the age.
Got him!
Your age, buddy.
Oh no.
No, that's off the show. That's off the show.
Right. Bye. Tell the wife we said hi.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to hope you guys be safe.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Anyways, what were you saying?
So, Monster Hunter is sadly just another movie statistic of that you shouldn't make a movie based off a video game because it's just they chop so much out of it. They only stay true to the game mechanics of that the movie brought in, and that's the only thing I liked about it is that they stay true to the game mechanics, but the story
was just
lackluster.
Yeah.
And the choice of actors that they brought into the film was
questionable.
Like the main star was the actress Mila Jovovich.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Fucking Resident Evil.
Oh,
Her.
The sexy one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The main protagonist of Resident Evil films.
That's gay.
That's her.
Why should I do that?
So,
Yeah.
but they've had some well-known actors, at least actors that I know that I recognize. One of them among them was martial artist Tony Jaa. You know him? You don't know him?
No.
Look him. If you like martial arts, look him up. You'll love him.
Does he have a big old jaw?
Tony Jaa, yeah. And they brought T.I. in it.
Big old jaw.
From-
They brought T.I.
Wait, what?
Hey, I'm T.I. I'm in Monster Hunter.
Wait, T.I. was in the man.
He was in the fucking movie. I see that.
Why?
Hey guys, I'm T.I. I'm in Monster
Oh,
Hunter.
he's so bad.
He's
He is
one
a
of
terrible.
I love the guy. I love.
Yeah.
How did he talk to the munchers all like with his dong?
I'm gonna get this monster right
You know what?
here.
This is indubitably too big for these. Indubitably.
Impeccably.
This is inconceivable.
I'm gonna cut with knife precision to make a decision
Oh
for the
my
witness.
I was trying to do the impression, but you guys.
That nigga's funny as hell, bro.
He didn't talk much. I mean, his.
They were like, "How about you don't talk?"
They try to instead make him be kind of stoic, like the lonesome looking character, but he's got a family. Because again, this is the story. Part is like he's
a family man.
I can just see him
he's a family man, but he's a soldier, but he's also
when
kind
he
of
sees the monster, his eyebrow raises.
I'm just like, look, I love you for
That look
music
he
and
does,
all
he's
that,
awesome.
but in this movie, really? No.
Man.
Hey, he needed a job.
I know he needed a job and money, but I'd rather he drop another album or something rather than being in a movie.
Nobody was gonna listen to that.
I
album.
always laugh because I always see memes about T.I. like who rocks him, like you know what I'm saying? Like they always. See
It's
them.
like Matt Damon in a movie.
What?
I'm Matt Damon.
You're making a reference to Team America, man.
Oh my God!
So yeah, so that's all pretty much it that I have about that movie. I mean, if you want to go see it, go see it just for the fuck of it of the game.
Because T.I.
Because T.I.
You'll be thoroughly
For all you
pleased.
T.I. fans.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of the guy and you want to go see the movie because of him, you'll be sadly disappointed.
As usual.
Have you seen Soul?
So no, I haven't. I'm thinking about
that
wanting to
Disney
see it.
movie.
That is not a Disney. That should not be a Disney movie. That is
No.
not a child's movie.
No, it's
Well,
not.
it really.
It's not.
I don't believe
Give
so.
me stats on this.
It's
We're actually gonna go around
it's
the
one of-
room and
it's one of those-
have people choose a movie. I got an interesting movie
okay.
topic too.
It's one of those movies
Fuck, I
where
don't know.
it's geared more towards the adult rather than the child.
Yeah.
What do you mean, like
Incredibles. Come on.
When
just give me some details.
When
Stop beating around the bush.
Let's just say it this way: when I was watching it, I looked at who I was watching it with, and I was all like, "We should so be tripping on acid right now to be watching this movie."
Yeah.
It's that type of movie.
Yeah.
Tiana.
Friday night.
Have
It
you-
does?
Like,
Oh,
okay, let me
man.
ask you this: about have you ever been
Make it a
been
Saturday.
tripping when you
We'll
watched
make
the
it a
movie
deal.
Inside Out?
Have I what?
Have you seen Inside Out while being tripped out?
I don't trip out.
You don't
No,
trip out? No.
you don't trip out.
No,
She has a natural trip.
She doesn't. She doesn't. Yeah, I don't trip out. I just trip.
I knew this guy once. He told me that he was.
Got him!
He was high as a kite on weed, but when he saw Inside Out, he thought he was seeing all kinds of weird shit when he saw.
I
Oh, you're talking
I
about
can't
tripping
do
on weed?
Coraline.
Yeah, tripping. This guy
I
was.
can't.
This guy that I met, he was.
Edibles
He was.
or just
Yeah,
smoking?
edibles. Yeah.
'Cause edibles, that's-
Shrooms.
I couldn't do
mean,
Coraline. I'll
I think
admit
it was
that.
edible. I think
Coraline
it-
is scary as fuck
What
on
is that?
acid.
What's that?
Coraline?
Yeah.
That one where they sew buttons on the kids' eyes
yeah.
and shit
Oh.
like
Why
that.
would you watch that?
I've
acid or
I've
not?
watched so many things on acid. It's ridiculous. Like
No, but-
I've watched Megan is
Hold
Missing
on,
on
wait.
acid.
Say ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Oh no, you said it.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. That's how he said it.
I think no, but yeah, I think it was like one of those ones. This guy.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah,
than just weed.
He was on
he told me-
edibles.
He told me that he
He was
doubled
stuck.
on that when he saw the movie Inside Out, and he was like,
Yeah, he was stuck.
Yeah.
he
That sounds terrible.
He went cold turkey. He told me he went cold turkey for 2 months
Shit,
after he
I
saw
would
that.
too.
I bet.
My daughter says that the concept of soul reminds her of
Coco.
Rick and
Morty?
Yes.
You're lying.
Yes.
No way.
It talks about like that in between world, like where you go.
Oh, like
between
interdimensions.
It talks about interdimensions. So basically, the movie's saying that his soul leaves his body because he's in the process of dying. And
he's in like purgatory.
Can I talk?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to understand.
And so basically, he's in the middle of like deciding if he's gonna go to the other side or he's gonna go back to his body. So his body's like in limbo is what the concept I got from it. So it's kind of like that.
So it's kind of
Yeah,
like
so he's like in
it's in a way,
purgatory.
in a way, it's like reincarnation or some shit.
Pretty much, yeah. You can pretty much say that it's like he's basically like I don't want to give so much of the movie, but yeah, it's like
Oh,
in betweens.
well,
Yeah.
I'm not showing my kid that movie. He'll cry.
My kids have already
He'll be
watched
like,
it.
"Oh,
so I'm
he
like,
died."
Yeah.
Well, my kids are older.
My
listen,
kid's
I
like
mean, it's a
ultra
good
sensitive
movie, it's
for
a
no
good
good reason
concept.
at all.
But I just didn't feel I wouldn't show it to my 5-year-old or my 6-year-old. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
have
probably
saying?
older
wouldn't
kids,
either.
and they've watched the first 48 with me. Like, so
It's kind of like me when I watched Roger Rabbit the other day. Wow. Okay, remember? I don't know if y'all remember. I have
Yes.
posted that a while
I
back.
love
Roger Rabbit.
I was all
Roger
like,
Rabbit.
I just finished watching Roger Rabbit again as an adult, and I was like, I should not have been watching this as a kid.
Well, then there's Ren and Stimpy, and then there's Beavis and Butthead, and everything else we shouldn't
Ren
have
and
been watching.
Stimpy.
Yeah, that was the favorite
Ren
as a
and
kid.
Stimpy was the most inappropriate
It was-
thing
yep.
that we could have watched.
I watched every episode as a
Yeah.
little kid.
What about South Park?
South
man?
Park too. That was awesome.
South Park is.
I refused to watch it. My sister used to
But
watch
Ren and
that.
My
Stimpy
sister
is just
too.
like it's geared towards kids.
Yes.
And it's like raunchy.
It's-
Your sister's older
such
than you?
controversy.
Yeah.
in
So I
that
remember my
show.
sister always watched
Yes.
Beavis and Butthead
Yep.
and South Park.
Yep, same. And I have to sit and watch
SpongeBob was supposed to be an adult cartoon too.
That. Oh, I can see that.
I can see that.
There's a lot of
I've
hidden
never been a
innuendos and
SpongeBob
shit
in
fan.
there.
I
Yeah.
cannot.
I've
never
I
watched
cannot
SpongeBob, dude.
stand that dude.
I can't stand SpongeBob either.
I don't. I'm not a SpongeBob
Want
fan.
to slap him up in the face.
I like Squidward.
So what
I like
movie
Sandy
would
because
you...
she's from Texas.
Oh my god.
That's the only reason why. And she's a squirrel, so that's double all that.
Right.
I like Sandy because she's from Texas.
That and Val likes to get squirrely.
I don't know about that, but I don't know where that came from.
Got him!
So Val.
Wow.
Tiana,
Oh gosh, yes.
what movie would you recommend to people to watch this week?
I don't know. I don't have a movie. I've been binge watching Orange Is the New Black.
Oh,
so
God.
I'm like, where are we at? Season 5? No. I don't
They
know.
went that far?
I don't know. Yeah, I think so.
Uh,
Anyway, I'm not done with that, so I don't know. I don't have one.
Ace.
I haven't been, watching nothing. Like, watch the same shit.
Yeah. Watch the same shit.
He's like, oh, Orange is the New Black as well. Me too.
Right, that's crazy.
Me too.
I'm like,
No, wait, y'all did see something new. I know you did. The Secret.
Oh.
She's like, what did I see?
Did you end up watching it, Ace, or not yet?
Not yet. The Secret. What I've been telling you you can listen to it on Netflix.
It's very good.
Yeah, it's very.
It's very informative.
I was just gonna say that. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. It's very informative. It is.
Because I know he's seen it, and I believe Salsa says he's seen it, right? The Secret on Netflix. You said you've seen it, the documentary.
The Secret of Manifestation, basically.
No, I have not.
No, you need to go
Check
see
it out.
So I really want you to like. We'll go into it in girl talk. Never mind. I got it now.
So
She's holding it.
the movie I saw
Oh boy.
blew my fucking mind because it was pretty badass. You
What did you-
remember the
what
band
was it again?
Nightwish?
Yeah.
You know the band Nightwish? Okay, so Nightwish is like a Scottish female rock band in a sense. Female, male rock, whatever. But it's a female that basically sings like rock with a orchestra opera type tune.
She is such
And
an amazing singer.
A new movie.
I'll send you a sample.
Yes, it's amazing. They made a new movie called Imaginarium. And it's about this guy that, like, basically he's really old and he gets stuck in his memories and he can't remember anything. And he's in a coma. And he's going through all these childhood and life traumas in his head to remember who his daughter and everything is. And throughout the whole thing, like, it's not like too much music, but they do like a lot of like ballads and stuff like that, where he's going between good and evil and shit like this. And it was really good for like at least like some sort of like film that does like constant music in it. It was very interesting to watch, especially since I found Nightwish to be like my first intricate, like, other than Amy Lee from Evanescence, Nightwish. She has the lady from Nightwish has a beautiful fucking voice.
Oh my god,
beautiful voice.
I mean, I listen to her and she puts me to sleep. She puts me in this trance where I mean, she has.
But she puts me to sleep.
Are you saying it's comparable to Amy Lee?
No, it's not comparable. It's like rock opera
compared to Amy.
Really?
I wouldn't say superior. I'd say
and that's biased opinion.
From yes,
we can agree to disagree.
My opinion is that she's better.
We're gonna fight.
Of the fact she took vocal lessons.
Talk bad about my Amy Lee.
You sound like Kanye right now. Beyonce had the best song of the year.
Her dirty butthole.
He would.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Wait, what? How did a butthole come into play?
Amy Lee
That
is one of
booty
Buzz's
hole.
future baby mamas.
What? No,
Future
I plead the
ex-wives.
fifth on everything.
Whatever. We know.
Butthole.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, I don't know how we got on buttholes, but yeah.
Banging.
Yeah, so I'm saying, Ace.
Shit, what you mean? That's what he gonna be.
I don't have a movie, but I do have a show on Netflix. My parents and I keep dying because it's so hilarious. I can't remember what the show is about. What is called the show?
You don't know.
But
what
it's
called.
about cuss words and their origins, where they come from. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, actually,
It's got Nicolas Cage.
Actually, Penny Lane text.
Nicolas Cage is in everything.
He's a host.
Penny Lane actually talked about that on her Facebook the other day, that she was watching that. It was like a documentary or something on Netflix, right, about cussing or something.
Yeah.
I want to watch that.
What's it called?
Let me look it up. Hold on.
Yeah, she
Just put in documentary about cussing.
But it was so hilarious. First of all, like I think the first episode I saw was the word about fuck, and I'm just and seeing and
that word and cunt. Cunt
Oh
is my
God.
favorite curse word.
I mean, and so yeah, it is a documentary show, but it also involves it has like a few like comedians.
Do they
that
have
gives-
the word cunt in there yet?
Well, not yet. I haven't gone that far yet, man. I had to go to work.
Slacking.
I had to go to work.
Slacking shit.
I'm like, I want to know the next. There should be a part 2. And I'm like,
The history of swear words.
There you go.
the history of like phrases, like where the fuck did like screw the pooch? Like
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
who the
yeah.
fuck made screw the pooch, and why the
Yeah.
fuck would who I want to understand shit like that. You know what I mean?
Like who created YOLO and like
all that?
Well, swag is actually used for something else. Swag isn't what you think it is.
Well,
yeah,
a lot of them are
Swag
like,
came out in the 1970s, and the origin of it was for basically gay people, and because it wasn't accepted and shit like that, and it was a community called swag, and it meant secretly we are gay.
Oh, never. Okay.
Yep.
I'll never look at swag the same.
Yeah, I
Like,
never
oh, you
did
got
either. I was
swag.
like, that's a real thing.
Are you spreading rumors?
No, I'm not.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, shit. Let's go get over into a track real quick so we can get into ladies talk. I'm just gonna play Time by Ace the Biz, the Muzz, and Mines. Let's go.
I don't wanna waste a minute. I don't want the day to finish. I don't want the moment to slip away. I don't wanna leave, so I'll stay. I don't wanna waste a minute. So I'll stay there right now. I'll stay here right now. Stay in the moment, don't wanna wait. 'Cause we might never see the perfect.
Time has got me gliding on the silver lining, knowing I'ma keep on flying up in the clouds. As I'm writing on this track, it's got me smiling, cause I know you're listening. Time is precious, girl, I thought you knew that, but you keep on riding around with that dude that keeps on stepping on your heart like a doormat. Dump the kid and get a man, changing up the cadence, only manifesting greatness. Time is love is patience, slow and steady wins the race, changing up the pace instead of embracing more mistakes.
every second so precious. The bond we have together really even don't measure. I was oil, you was water, still we go get it. Love was built for you, was built for me, a buried treasure. Still a stormy weather, cause you see the vision's clear. Best or worst of situations, what God is here. God am my witness, only God I fear. And the view is looking different when you from the bottom tier.
I don't wanna waste a minute. I don't want the day to finish. I don't want the moment to slip away. I don't wanna leave, so I'll stay. I don't wanna waste a minute. Lost in it right now, stay in the moment, don't wanna wait. 'Cause we might never see the perfect.
Now you can think about the days when you suffer from the pain while dragging yourself through the trenches, hoping for better days, thinking about some better ways down the road that you would take. I know that life is gonna be hectic, so find a lane of change. It might take us both with these thoughts that's in our range. We can conquer everything, we can heal with just a range. Time is precious for us both when it's all that remains. Life together, you and I, we hold a better chance to reign. Yeah. Better chance to reign.
I don't wanna waste a minute. I don't want the day to finish. I don't want the moment to slip away. I don't wanna leave, so I'll stay. I don't wanna waste a minute. Lost in it right now, stay in the moment, don't wanna wait. 'Cause we might never see the perfect timing.
Hey yo, and we are back in the building. So we are gonna go into ladies talk with our lovely ladies over here, Miss Bella Marie and Tiana Marie.
So, after last night's party, me and Tiana kind of didn't pre-plan what we were gonna talk about today, and Ace kind of gave us an idea. We all brainstormed, and what we're gonna talk today about is like pro health as far as what men should know about women. And yeah, go ahead, Tiana.
Tips.
She goes, tips.
So pointers. It's basically like
Actually, we were researching right now. We found a top 25 list.
I had one in mind already.
How do you wait a minute? Why do you need a list if there's things that females complain about all the time?
Because we were at a party last night.
Because you don't know what you want.
No, boy, if you know it's good for
We're
you,
in girl talk right now.
Listen to Sauce.
Listen to Sauce. If you know it's good for you, shut the fuck up.
We understand this is your show, but shut up.
Okay. It just seemed a little indecisive to me.
Shut up.
First pro tip: shut the fuck up.
Got him!
All right, so yeah.
It's on a soundboard right now.
Soundboarding myself.
So yeah, because Ace had brought up like tips for men, stuff we want men to know because men aren't mind readers and just a lot of stuff that us ladies complain about, and it's like, well, did you tell him? Well, he should just know.
We ain't psychics.
Yeah, like, well, not necessarily. Did you say that? You know what I'm saying? Did you let him know that, or does he know? Or sometimes guys just really don't know. But yeah, my first one would be, and actually Arrow touched on it earlier when he was talking about being at home with everyone in the house and a whole household full of females. It's patience. Like, you gotta have patience because, yeah. I know, you know what I'm saying? Even though, like, ladies like to be like, oh, they're innocent or they do no wrong and all this, like...
Demons.
And
did you just call us demons?
Well, I mean, if you can't explain it, you might
I
as
don't
well
know
call
about
it a
demons, but like women complain a lot about what they got to deal with, you know what I'm saying, with men, but guys got to deal with our bullshit too. So anyway, patience. And that also goes along with being patient. Like, I know most of us take forever to get fucking ready, and it's a pet peeve, but
women live in their own world. Like the saying that says, it's her world and I just live in it. Like, take that into like big consideration, because women like really we really live in our own world. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we, at least I do. Like, I go.
She's like, I don't know about everybody else,
But let me
I
be
do.
clear myself. I do. I just go with the energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mean any bad intentions. Like, you know, I just go with it. So I think we can be procrastinators. And
it's not on purpose, you know. So yeah, have some patience.
There's a saying that always says like, keep wooing her. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't, just because you're in a relationship and it's already like been a year, 2 years, I don't think that it's solid. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't.
Yeah, keep on being. Basically, what you're saying is, be spontaneous and
keep doing stuff maybe that you did in the beginning.
Yeah, keep doing stuff that you did in the beginning. You know, like, with growth comes change. You know what I'm saying? So I think when you see phrases that say like you have to keep constantly falling in love over and over, like, I know I read articles that tell me that, you know, a relationship consists of waking up and falling in love every day all over again. And I think that's a fact. It is, because we have to do that with ourselves, because we change every day and we grow every day, and we have to learn to fall in love with that growth. And I think as relationships grow, we also have to learn to fall in love with that growth.
Another one I would say is communication. You know, I don't want to stereotype and say like men or women are better or less at communicating, but you know, women tend to be a bit more emotional, and that kind of makes shit come out, you know, be expressed, versus guys might keep shit to yourself or whatever. Like, if a lot of times if you just talk about it, you know, like, you should be able to talk about shit, basically.
Well, relationships also, in a relationship, communication is 80% of the relationship as well.
Yes,
but see, it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? That's
absolutely
what I mean.
It's a two-way street.
You know, I learned a long time ago that there's a reason why it's always like the truth, her, like,
his
he
version,
say,
her version,
he say, she say,
and then the truth. Yeah.
Because my mind is just like when you watch a movie, right? You're not gonna portray the movie the same way I portray the movie, right? And it goes the same way with life. We can be in an environment, all of us will be in an environment together, and what you're visioning and what you're seeing and how you're portraying,
perception, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, perception. Like, you don't know, you have to take her perception to consideration. Like, you may think like this is how it played out, but in her head it didn't even play out like that. And that goes both ways. Us as women have to see that for men too. Like, wait, how did that play out in his head, or how did that play out in my head compared to how it played out in his head? And then that's when you have to, you know, communicate. That's where the communication comes in. Like, hey, you know, this is what I felt, this is what I think happened. Is that how you saw it play out? Sometimes even like, it might not even be a situation between the two of you. It might be something else that you saw, that you were somewhere and you saw it. And, you know, you come back home and you communicate like, hey, like, did you get that same vibe as me? You know what I'm saying? So it's all about the perception. Like, make sure you take her perception into consideration before, like, jumping the gun. Yeah. Next.
Let me think. I would say consistency as well. I think that can be a big thing. Like, if you, I mean, I guess it kind of goes along with the other one about keep wooing her or whatever, but it also goes into other stuff, like consistency all around. If, you know, whatever you were doing, whatever moment she was happiest, like, you know, keep doing that shit. Like, does she need help with something? Like, you know what I mean? Like, just be consistent. Because, yeah, sometimes you can fall off from shit. And like I said, I mean, I know it's ladies talk. We're talking about pointers for men, but it can go both ways as well. But
it can really go both ways. It can go both ways, where Yeah, I forgot. Hold on, I got distracted.
Can I ask something? Can I ask
Sure.
something?
Yes.
So this is what I'm categorizing here. I'm sorry, wrong choice of words. So you're basically these are obviously amazing pro tips, but I feel like you're giving them in terms of relationships. I especially would like to know if there's any pro tips that men ought to know about in the workplace, because
There are none.
You mean
Shut
as
up.
far as working with women?
Yes, as far as working with your coworkers who happens to be women, especially if she outranks you, if she's the manager and you're the underdog.
Go after
Okay.
it.
And
Go
so
after
and
it.
like
He said go after
because there are a lot of men out there who view like a lot of female managers and they sometimes often feel like, oh, she got that job, that position because she must have blown someone's dick or something. No,
I mean,
So I think,
we can't argue
is there a
that
pro tip?
it didn't happen
Boy.
yet.
Muz, stop. Just be quiet.
You're making me look bad here. Shut up.
Yeah, like let him.
Put your hat in your mouth. So my question is, what kind of pro tip would you give? What kind of pro tip would you give to a man to understand you in terms of the workforce, regardless of what rank you are, if you know, as a coworker in the workforce?
Well,
I'm gonna let you answer that one.
You have some choice words.
I would say, try to keep your eyes here.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, even if you don't say anything inappropriate, just be careful, because perception, like you said, that can go a long way. If you say something, even if your words aren't inappropriate, sometimes your looks can be, you know what I'm saying? Like your body language can be. So just be very mindful of that, because
I will say that
women can get offended by.
Yeah, for a workplace, for men and women, that's the one thing I would agree with Tiana. Like, be very careful on like your words, how you choose them, your actions, because like there's so many like things that can go sideways for you with that.
Be attuned with your motives.
Yep.
Yeah. I have a question. Since you actually were the one who like brought up this subject, do you have like a pro tip for like what women should know about men? Just one. So me and Tiana will give you the feedback on it.
Depends. Like, you want something complicated or something simple?
Something simple in public.
Well, something simple in public.
Yeah.
Publicly, based on your man, how you should go ahead and act as far as that new relationship bullshit. That's the only way that I could say it. It's like I fucking hate it. I absolutely. It's so fucking here. I'm like,
I know.
I'm like, newlyweds, all that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, my wife. I'm like, I'm like, you talking about Tiffany up over there,
Right.
nigga? That I didn't.
God, I've had
Like,
that
bro,
experience.
shut the fuck up. Like, I'm like, just because y'all married or whatever, y'all boyfriend, girlfriend, like, that's the same fucking person. And sometimes, like, unless your guy likes to go ahead and be like hollow like that, but there's some guys like, you gotta let your man be a man. So don't be trying to puss him down just because you wanna hold hands, you wanna cuddle, or there's some girl up out there, you know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing. I'm like, it's the same thing for us. I'm like, you got your ass because you look good. There's gonna be some nigga that's gonna be like looking at you. You know what my favorite activity is doing? This is my favorite activity in the world to do is.
I'm excited.
Go to the mall. Go to the mall.
Go to the mall.
Oh, this is gonna be my favorite activity.
Hold on. I gotta get this camera on Ace
My
real
favorite mall.
quick.
To go to the mall.
Uh-huh.
Let my girl walk way in front of me. Way in front of me. I'm talking about literally way fucking in front of me. Just watch the fucking reaction. Let niggas holler at her. Let it happen. Let it happen. Just to see what the fuck she does. the best feeling in the world. This is like taking a must needed shit. It's so good. It feels so good when your girl disses some nigga right in front of you, and you like all the way up over there, and you just like,
yeah, girl.
yeah, because I'm like, you know what you getting yourself into. If you want yourself an ugly ass girl, you know what I mean, or an ugly ass guy, whatever, you know what I mean. Like, you got to know that whatever you're attracted to that person, somebody else is gonna be attracted to. Like, just be chill. Like,
have the confidence. Don't try not to let your insecurities jump out. You know what I'm saying? Know your spot. Right?
I'm like, know your position. I'm like, if you don't know your position, you need to get off the field. I'm like, and I'm like, I used to play football and everything. Guys can take the bench too for a fucked up play.
You take football to everything.
Everything.
But that's a good fucking reference, though.
Because it's the realest shit
The
ever.
reason I said you take football, I'm thinking about when we played dominoes at your house. They were like, they put football into dominoes too.
Wait, put it back. Say it again.
Hold on.
I'm like, because I'm like, I don't care how many bad football references or whatever. If you fuck up, you can get taken out the game. And so while I'm like, that's what I say. I'm like, sometimes girls worried about cheating and all that other little shit. I'm like, did you actually do everything possible to retain this nigga from not cheating? I'm like, do you see the flip side of the coin? I'm like, even like, cause I've been cheated on. I've cheated. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm like, well, shit. Did she do everything in her power for me not to go ahead and have my eye go look this way? I'm like, did I do everything in my power for her eye not to go the other way? You know what I mean? It's because you think your shit don't stink. Sometimes it don't, but
sometimes it don't, but it do.
But that's when that's where you have that real communication shit. But you know what I mean? If you don't know your position, get the fuck off the field. And that's probably the thing, you know what I mean? So you can that holding hands and all that stuff. And I'm like, even the same thing, like once a girl likes a possessive nigga to go ahead and cuff her like that, that's perfectly okay. I'm like, that's how you like to be loved. I don't want to judge or anything. But nigga like me, I'm not finna go ahead and smother my woman in public because I think that's disrespectful to her. Because she's a person, she needs to, have her own identity and do what the fuck she wants to. I have full trust in her. Vice versa.
Yeah, don't be treating people like an object, basically. Like possessive, like I know what you're saying, like, oh, my wife and my girl, like, they have a fucking name.
I was like, that's crazy. Half the time, it's in an area where you know these motherfuckers. Like, this is your friend. Like, this is your friend. Like,
man, clean that mic.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like, without saying any names, I have a friend, and I've known her for 25 plus years. So I know her whole family. I grew up with her family, her brothers. She has an older brother and a younger brother. But anywho, her older brother, like, fucking used to, bully us and pick on us and talk shit. And so now, fast forward 25 years later, he's married. And his wife is cool as fuck. But, like, she'll sit there and be like, oh, yeah, my husband this and my husband that. I'm like, you mean, like, his name? Like, I probably know a motherfucker better than you. I don't want to say that shit, but, like,
weird. My daughter, she's 20, and she's like that. She'll hear somebody be like, my boyfriend. She's like, are we 15? Like, can you just say his name?
Right.
Like, can we not?
I hate that.
You don't have to make it clear that that's yours. You know what I mean?
Especially when people already know. Like,
yeah.
I just say, like, I'm one of them futuristic, judgmental motherfuckers. So if I'm judging you and I see little shit like that, I'm like, maybe a year y'all lied.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, I'm sorry, but I'm like, I'll do shit like that.
Yeah, I'll do that too, and I'll be like, why the fuck is she with that dude?
And then
yeah, that clown.
Shit like that, and it's like, damn.
Like what?
Like they're
I have a homie who's a newlywed, and I see a lot of fucking, you know what I mean, my wife this, my wife that, and she says it back, but I'm like, damn, what if you get fucking snatched up? Like, I could see like maybe her eye wandering one day, just because I'm like, you seem like, you know what I mean, over, you know, I'm like, that's like also signs of like even both sides of the fence. Like after y'all brought up that fucking the domestic violence awareness month, y'all showed me that wheel, and I didn't understand. Like I actually read that shit. Those are like signs, and I guess that sign goes that sign
Telltale
goes both
signs.
ways. And I'm like, it didn't have to. I'm like, because I think it was maybe on a color wheel. So I'm like, wasn't like super serious, and sometimes it didn't have to get super all the way to like you're getting your ass whoop stage and stuff. But it's starting into that little couple peaks in the meter.
So like the outer circle. So what it is like the outer circle of the wheel are the red flags that we should.
The red flags.
They're the red flags. You know what I'm saying? That we should already be looking for. And then like in the middle of the wheel is kind of like you surpass the red flags. So now now you've given
little things that are happening.
Little things that are progressing because it's like a kid that I learned a long time ago. It's like a kid that you give candy to. It's kind of like. You know what I'm saying? If you let them taste it, they're gonna want. You're giving them permission to do this. Now they want more. So what happens is like once you surpass the red flags on the circle, then it goes into the middle of the circle,
door,
and then it goes into the center. Yeah, because you're allowing that. You're not setting your boundaries. You're not letting your relationship know that hey, now I'm not gonna allow that. Or yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and remove myself from this relationship because I'm aware of these red flags. You know what I'm saying? And I know what. They may not go into that, but I can never say
statistically.
Yeah, it says that.
Yeah.
That's why we're a team.
Yeah.
We finish each other's sentences. But that's like awesome. I want to know like because it's a learning process and everybody's figuring things out with like new relationships and stuff like that. What is like so you're in the same area as your significant other, right? And this is just a scenario like I'm just thinking in my head. So you're in a room or an environment with somebody else and another guy is like, "Hey." And it's like respectfully do you say hey back or is that open a door to let that you know what I mean or do you just not say nothing do you just like turn your you know what I'm saying like
I'm like
when you address somebody it should be with respect in the first place
yeah,
so if it goes anywhere from
like,
there
I'm not okay well hi
I'm like just basically like all right
but do you know what I'm saying like if you read the energy that the hello is like a come on
no
you know what I'm saying like
I'm gonna say like this
hello is
like,
hello
I'm gonna say like this I'm like I was in I forget where I was but I was single at the time and because women don't fucking understand this is the most retarded shit women say the most everything else instead of the right thing to say to deter a man.
Hold on, I need to turn this back.
I know what you're gonna say.
They say everything else to make a man say no to start pressing him. This girl said the most perfect thing in the world. I was saying when I stepped to her and I stepped to her in the way in the right way. She said, "Damn, you're so fine. I'm married. I don't have my ring on. I'm sorry. I just can't. Like I'm just not interested." And left it at there. Was completely honest. Totally. So like it's like that's what they also mean by the whole communication is like we are pretty stupid. So why are you putting out these little signs? Sometimes like you could I'm like sorry like yeah you call us like back in still in the caveman era even smart we are like we might see something that you got on or your hair or something we on you so yeah of course we on you we want to fuck but if you could go ahead and respectfully know like what kind of woman as a queen or a real lady is like nah nigga like oh no or like I'm like and now I'm like that's where now that's why niggas be like, oh fuck you, bitch. Because damn, I'm like, anybody talk to you that same way, it's kind of disrespectful. Mm-hmm. It's just like I'm like, I don't care if that.
And you question whether you did something wrong or is it what you said.
That's bullshit. You go home and I'm like, man, honestly, I left that girl and I thanked her. I was like, thank you for actually just being a woman about it. She's like, oh, there's no reason not to be. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I felt good walking away. I felt better than actually getting her number because it's not me. Maybe
It was refreshing.
whatever it is. Maybe she could have just flat out. Coincidentally, she was married. She could have flat out just not been fucking interested. I'm just ugly to her. But she said that because she's a fucking grown ass woman, and it's why the fuck we gotta act like we not like y'all not grown. Y'all can say that shit is so damn sexy. Like you could walk. I'm like obviously if you're saying like, oh, you're a bad bitch, like if you're bad, well then act like one. So I'm like, I go ahead and turn down this nigga respectfully, go off. He's like, damn, I can't have that. But I'll say like my favorite thing is y'all know about what a spank. Everybody knows what a spank bank is, right?
Yep. We all know what a spank bank is.
So when I said I let my girl walk far ahead and all that shit, and she respectfully disses that nigga, and then she walks up to me. He only has one or two options. Say fuck that bitch, or add her to the spank bank.
Ben, like, damn.
And you know what? That's his only. And you know how bad that is. And you know I'm like, I'm like, think about it. I'm like, but think about it. That's as far as that motherfucker is able to get. And I'm like, you just feel like the refreshing, like rewarding feeling is like, damn, like your security, like your spot, like.
So, your question. You said like if a man steps to you,
Yeah,
like,
what's your respectful? So when Ace lets you walk ahead, and these men are like, especially, but sometimes you can like the ones that are like consistent.
Yeah, they're very persistent. They can be.
Look,
I want to know. I want Tiana's answer.
I'm like, I feel that. Okay. Especially like there's some niggas that are like really persistent. Okay?
Yes.
Do not off rip use a fucking excuse like, oh, I have a boyfriend. Give a fuck about your boyfriend, your husband.
You don't have a ring on your
I don't give a fuck.
That's
what I'm trying to say. Like, what's like? How do you respectfully?
The truth.
No,
At what point?
I'm not interested.
Well,
okay,
but is that the truth?
Yes.
Then that's what the fuck you say. Do not say.
At what point can you get disrespectful? You know what I'm saying?
When they get disrespectful.
When it's over. When I'm like, because when this is what you're doing. You're giving. I haven't told her about this shit. She's like, that doesn't make sense. I said, you giving this nigga a ray of sunshine. When you say boyfriend, you know how motherfuckers go through relationships. We're in fucking Arizona, goddammit. I'm gonna say that off ripping. We in motherfucking Arizona. There's a whole flip flopping and shit happens. Okay, so that nigga is gonna see your ass at some point in time at some fucking venue, and then be like, oh, exactly, because you done gave this nigga a ray of sunshine last year at fucking Arizona Hip Hop Festival. Was like, oh, I possibly have a chance to go get some of that pussy. That's exactly what you said because you like,
I have a boyfriend. He's like,
you ain't got a boyfriend now. I seen you with that weak ass nigga at that time, and now you not with him because I was praying on your downfall, and now y'all failed.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm like. That's exactly what you said. Instead of tell this nigga what the truth was, like, no, I'm not interested. So now he doesn't have any ammunition to come back.
He's coming from a guy.
Like it's literally it's the easiest thing for y'all to do is say the fucking truth. That's it. So, don't use no excuses. Nobody, I don't care. Nobody wants to hear an excuse. Even y'all. I'm like, imagine one of y'all trying to go throw some pussy at a nigga. I'm like, I know too many y'all females go ahead and approach a man. But let him go ahead and say some shit like that to you. How the fuck are you gonna take it? I'm asking y'all the same question.
Take what?
Like if he's like, no, I have a girlfriend.
Imagine you are like, damn, you see this nigga and you dripping. Like, ooh, that's the
dripping.
No, I'm like, this is dripping. Like, I'm like, because when we see like a girl that we like really into, we feeling some type of way. You know what I mean? Like, So what I'm saying is like, okay, imagine that you step to a guy with that kind of emotion that, something that you really wanted.
He made you tingly.
And he made you
tingly.
And your loins starting to burn.
And he told you some dumbass shit like that. What the fuck is your responsibility?
I got a girl.
I got a
I
girl.
think we process it differently. I'd be
No.
like, all right, so
Nah,
Yes.
we let you know.
Nope. I have.
We
yet
let
to see
you
a
know.
girl
Wait,
that's
hold
been-
on. But you gotta think about it. He asked us to answer that question on the fact that a girl that's gonna keep throwing. So we're not. I guess we see it like that because we're not those type of females. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
it's
So
different.
it's hard for me to get in.
like, all right,
So I have to
I
think
respect
about
your
how
relationship.
I respect. Like me, I would be like, cool, all right. You know,
Okay.
she got so loyal, and I'd be like,
And
I
what-
would be like that. I'd be like, damn, she got a good one. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
it also tells me, okay, like, oh, he's interested, but he can't be because he has a
But
girl.
what if you knew he
I'm like,
was
does it-
lying?
But hold on. But
How
I'm
would I
saying,
know?
does it?
Why would I care?
Hold on. Does it? But does it just stop there? Because I'm like, because you're talking about
Yeah.
like, say that a guy asked you, trying to get with you,
Mm-hmm.
and then you said no, I'm not interested, and then he comes and maybe a little persistent.
Mhm.
I'm like, I've seen girls do exactly the same shit a guy would do and take it to the next step
Oh
for
yeah,
persistence.
girls can be like
so,
that.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Oh, I don't care about your
Oh
girl.
yeah. There's
I
some.
don't,
She doesn't
man,
have to know.
So
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
shut. So you got shut. Now, I don't know about your girl. Ooh, man, step to that's the next stage before the disrespect. There's the step 3 is the disrespect.
So you're
stage.
talking about more of a predatory person that
Yeah.
just cares about what they want. They want what they want.
Yeah.
So there are girls like that, and there's
I
guys
feel
like that
there's-
as well.
Like, I'm such a bad bitch. Like, there's no way you could turn me down. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
There's girls like that.
I've been seen it plenty of times. And I'm like, damn, like, girl.
I don't care about
Like,
your
she
girl.
got, she just got.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because then you get to fucking making an ass out of yourself, and it's the same funny shit when a dude makes an ass out of himself.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, she like, nigga, she told you no, and you still want to fuck on her? Like,
So
like,
step 1 is, and like I said, it's hard. Like we've talked about this. Like I'm not one of those rude bitches. I'm nice and polite because, like you said, if somebody just says hello, that isn't necessarily. I don't think it necessarily is you're trying to hit on me. You could be trying to ask me a question. It could be anything. So like we shouldn't always assume, oh my God, this motherfucker's trying to holler at me. Unless then the next sentence is like, oh, you got a man or whatever the fuck.
She might say some shit and then be like, respectfully, yeah, my dude's over there.
Yeah.
Hey,
which I've said.
hey, but no, if you have a nigga like me, and I hear the words, oh, fuck that nigga, some shit.
That's
Cuz is
disrespect.
getting slid right there. I'm like, that's the only time that I've ever in my life intervened in some shit like that. It's like, because now I'm up over there, I'm standing right there, and now you just call me a bitch from across the room. Like, I'm not gonna do nothing. Like,
So it goes.
so I'm like, so it's like the first thing is like, bam, bam, you went all the way to the disrespect level.
Yeah, that's
And
gift number 2.
And that's when either I'm gonna step in or. Like, I done seen girls get disrespected. That's not even my girl. I don't even know this girl. I'm like, dude, like, chill the fuck out. Like, somebody please save this girl, because this feels like rapey vibes at this point.
yeah.
It's happened.
Like,
It has.
like perfect strangers. Like,
So, yep, it's definitely happened.
oh my God. Like,
Yeah. Off note, remember that story I told you about when I was like fucking 8-9 months pregnant with my first daughter in Walmart? I'll never forget. And this dude kept following me around, just peeping and
Oh
creeping.
my God, those are the weirdest.
Oh,
I'm just
so
like, bro.
gross. Anyway, that's
Yeah.
off subject, but
yeah, the pregnant pussy fetish.
he was, I mean, the look on his face too, that
That Birdman.
I'll never forget.
Give me
Okay,
some
but
of that
anyway, back to the
pregnant
subject.
pussy.
Yes,
So
we
step,
always.
No.
one.
No.
Step 1 is for a real woman would be like, no,
But-
thank you, I'm not interested, or just no, thank you. I like to say no, thanks. And then
I'm like, honestly, like, even if it's like, you can let the nigga know who, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't gotta lie and be like, the nigga ugly. If the nigga ain't ugly, I'm like, oh, you can say, oh, tell him that he's attractive. So I'm like, no, I'm just not interested.
I just
Yeah,
say no,
is it-
thank you.
Yeah.
And then usually it's like, all right, damn, you're pretty, blah blah blah. Thank you.
You just gotta
So
take the ammunition out the
so
gun.
the hello sounds more like this. So like you're walking and it's like more like
Hello.
no, it's more like
Hello.
hello. No, it's more like damn girl, what's up? Hey. Like,
That's
do
not
you say,
hello.
Do you say
I don't say anything to that.
Okay,
Well-
so then you don't, right? You
No.
keep walking. So then the hello, and then it's like hello.
No,
I'm like-
that's calling.
I'm like,
That's
you
cat
gotta-
calling.
I'm in girl talk and I'm asking Tiana.
That's cat calling. It's what he said.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to that shit.
So you keep going, right? And then
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I meant with the hello. That's what my
uh,
question was. Like, so you
I'm
don't
like-
respond to
I'm
that,
like, you
right?
know,
Like,
I'm
if
like-
you're not interested, like, you don't, like.
I'm like, if that's the type of niggas that you want to fuck with in the first place, then yeah. I'm like, I'm like, is that how you want to be responded to?
No.
I'm like, this. Even if you were single, like,
no,
just
Yeah.
period.
No,
whatever.
no.
Do you want some niggas just calling you across? Oh, okay, yeah, like that. Even that.
So you ignore it, right?
No,
Yeah.
I mean, I just,
you know what I mean. There's.
I've been in that situation like prior, and I just want to know, like, did I handle that situation? Because I felt I did.
That's already
You know
at the
what I'm
third
walk
saying?
step.
away.
Yeah,
I felt like I
yeah,
did.
that's already at the
It's
third
at the
step.
disrespect level.
That's from Jump Street. Already went to like, there's no coming back. But if he's like, hey girl, like,
Yeah.
hey, like just try
Hi.
to get your attention, like maybe in a nice manner. I'm like, hear him out.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that guy might be. Maybe you might initially This is only for single ladies. Especially you out here looking for something, and then a guy might just actually be the motherfucker you're looking for. Talked to Ashley Combs about this last night. A lot of women pick motherfuckers, and it's the complete wrong ones. But not knowing that your pussy is so powerful, you have full control over everything.
Yeah.
So what I said to her is like, look, you might be one bossy ass bitch, and all you need is some bitch ass nigga to go ahead to push around, and that's actually the one that's for you. So while you out here dating around, you found actually the one that can fit in your pocket, not this dominant, that's working against you. You know what I mean? Just figure out the type of woman that you really are, and there's plenty of niggas out here that can accommodate that shit. And she's like, damn, I never thought about some shit like that.
That's real shit, because people think, like, women think a certain way, that have a tendency to think, like, oh, I want a guy that's like this, and that. Well, this little cookie cutter, like, idea of what a man
Doesn't
is.
exist.
Well, it doesn't exist, but, like...
Oh, he does, but not in that body
you.
that you seen. Just because he's this motherfucker, don't try to transform. Don't make that. That's not a Build-A-Bear. Don't make this motherfucker. Find one that's already there. And work
find
with
one
it.
in your lane.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Find one in your lane.
Like, there's everybody that has natural talents in everything in this world. If you're a natural swimmer down to a natural cook, like, you cannot find somebody that's like. There's kids that out here like they can just know how to get on video games and just start banging shit out. Those kids have potential of being in like great video game tournaments and winning shit just because it's naturally in them. So if you find a naturally submissive man, it's easy for you to get all of the submissive shit that you need.
And vice versa. Or if you're a super submissive woman, you need more of a man to take control and guide and lead you or whatever, not control you, but lead you.
You know what I mean? He's you need one of those, like, if you're one of them girls that like to get taken care of and you just want to just look pretty and and do nothing. There's a dude that likes to go ahead and need a woman like that. Yeah. He'll go ahead and work so you don't have to and all that shit. Like, whatever, like, there's no judgment. Ladies, do not let these bitches or niggas judge what the fuck you want to love you.
Well, that's what I was talking about the cookie cutter idea of like a group of women. They're all like, oh, this is the perfect man. No, there is no perfect man. Just like, it's a general idea. Everyone, like, think about what caters to you.
Why are you?
You like when I stroke my meat?
Wow. You know what, Muzzy?
Muzzy, I don't know about
late
you.
talk's over, bro. Like,
hey, Muzzy, thanks, Muzz. Appreciate you.
God damn it. You know what? Can you get into a song? I don't know what just happened.
Then he opens it and takes a bite of it.
Oh, is that what you're waiting for?
That's why I'm looking at my phone right now.
I don't know.
Oh, man.
I'm just fucking with the rapping. And,
He was thinking about his spank bang. He's like,
I was like, that spank bang.
I remember that. I remember that girl at the mall.
I remember her.
I can't.
I remember you.
Oh my god. Okay, anyways, so
back to girl talk.
Yes,
we're back.
So
what were we talking about? I'm serious.
Okay.
I don't remember the subject.
It's the Jello shot.
I would like the question posed to you as well. Because Ace already answered, Sauce already answered. A tip for women,
My whole thing is just don't set too many expectations, because expectations are a very big thing that ends up happening mainly with it happens with males and females, but I see females doing it a lot. I know you females have your ideal man and all of this other stuff. So you guys automatically, when you meet somebody, you have few expectations that you want, or like you're like, oh, well, if he isn't able to change this, then we can't be together. There's gonna be flaws in things that you each have that one or the other person cannot stand for the life of them, and it could be little or it can be really big. If it's really big, then you shouldn't be with that person. If it's very little, it doesn't affect you, doesn't affect your children if you have any, doesn't affect your well-being or your living, then why does it bother you? Why is it any of your business that he likes that or not? Because if she's going around doing with all the respect and homage for things that he can't stand, but it's not harming him in any way, and he's going on his way. Pick your poison. Pick your poison. Pick your battles. And don't set expectations because they're bound to get disappointed. Sorry,
no, I dig it. Setting expectations.
You're bound to get disappointed.
You're disappointing yourself.
Put it on the table for him. Put it on the table. Let me see.
God, you hear the heaviness of the meat. Anyway.
Hear my meat slapping on the table.
Oh my God, bro.
That's what it sounds like.
It's the Jello shots.
The Jello shots, bro.
But anyway, that's a good one. I think women are, more prone to setting these expectations.
Yeah. I've noticed it a lot.
Being disappointed, but in reality, you are disappointing yourself.
You are, because here's the thing, and this is another big picture, and a lot of males and females don't recognize it. But like I said, it's mainly females. Once again, that thing is blinding me. Like holy shit! I'm like, ugh. But another thing is a lot of people go around saying, "Oh, you made me feel this way. Oh, you made me feel this way." Listen, nobody can make you feel any type of way. If you're happy, mad, sad, glad, crying, that is because you choose to feel that way. Mm-hmm. Things do happen, yes, and things we do feel a certain way about things. But if you choose to be sad about it, then that's your fault. You can't blame this motherfucker if he even was involved with the reason that you're sad or not. And it could be a little situation as, oh, he didn't pick me up any milk. Or it could be a big situation as in, oh, he cheated on me.
Mm-hmm. It's your reaction.
It's I think
your
that's
reaction. What you're trying to say.
It's like,
you're accountable for your own emotion.
You have to be in control of your own feelings. Like, you know what I mean? You can't let anybody, project how you're feeling
or
based
dictate
on
how you feel.
Dictate how you feel based on their issues or what they go through, and it's right. Like, you go into relationships knowing what you're getting into. You know what I'm saying?
You should anyway.
At least you should, right? Like, you go into a relationship knowing the person or getting to know the person and this and that, and it's kind of like you already knew it.
Yeah,
you already knew. You already knew I played video games all day, or
right.
you already knew.
Like you came into this relationship knowing these things.
You knew
I smoke cigarettes, and now you want me to quit. But I fucking smoked when you met me.
Yeah. See, and that's crazy because I actually was in a relationship like that at one point in time.
Bitch, I need you to stop tripping. No.
That's how you met. Or even girls, he's a rapper. No, you're not gonna rap no more. Like, you're not gonna be doing that no more. No. Like, that's what it came into.
You need your ass a boring
and see that's funny too, because I've been in a lot of relationships like that too, where I would make the foolish choice to do it, but
you probably went back.
One of them that actually sticks out is, I really cared for this woman, adored her. She was perfect, and we had a great relationship. Everything was going good. Before we started getting more and more serious, and she wanted me to quit smoking cigarettes, quit smoking weed, this, that, and the third, because she didn't like it. She never liked it, but she accepted me for me. So, I told her, with cigarettes, I'll try to quit and everything, and that's not too big of a thing. But with weed, for your health. But with weed, I'm not quitting. I'm not psychotic.
I mean,
and it got to the point where she expected all in all it all to be done, and I out of guilt, because I was like, I really do like her. I don't want her to leave me. This, that, and the third. I went ahead and did that, but after a while, I wanted to smoke weed.
Mhm.
So like I was starting to hide that shit to the point where it was like, what the fuck's the point of me hiding this when I can be point blank and be like, listen,
This is what I do.
this is what I do, and you came into this relationship knowing this, and if you don't like it, then I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Like, if it's not impacting you in any type of way, or I'm not putting my hands on you, or not hurting you, or anything.
I mean, it could be like respectful, like, hey, you know what? I want to just smoke. Can you like do that not in my presence outside?
Exactly.
That, yeah,
do it
like,
outside.
Like compromise.
And that's a compromise.
Communicate.
Absolutely.
Communicate,
Compromises
you know,
are the best solutions for any relationship.
I say fuck that, fire her, and find one that
No.
actually.
No, I do. I do
agree.
in a relationship.
I do agree.
Fuck, dude.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm like, you could,
Tiana's like, hold the fuck
you
up.
compromise, but I'm like some shit like that. Like, do you not understand? Like,
Yeah, be like,
we
listen.
give up so much little shit like that. I'm like, cause look, the moral of the story is, are you with that girl now?
No, I'm not.
Fucking point what the fuck I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
So,
and it became to the point of what the fuck was the
But
point.
it's how did she approach the situation? Like, that's what I'm saying. Is like, how you approach the situation. So,
How I
like,
approached it was
no,
wrong.
hold on. What I'm saying is, I'm talking about from a female perspective. So how you said she was like persistent, like she wanted you to stop smoking. I'm saying like me, if I went into a relationship knowing that he already smoked, my thing, and I didn't like it, like I would set that boundary from the beginning of the relationship. Like, hey, I don't like that you smoke, but I like, there's other things about you that I like. I can compromise with the smoking, but can you compromise that you're not going to do it in the car while I'm in the car? You're not going to
like
do it within.
outside.
Yeah,
like not around
that's
me.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
if that
no problem.
boundary is set from the beginning of the relationship, then
And at
yes.
that point, I'll be like, yo, you know, I'm going to go outside, smoke a blunt, you know, and I'll be right back in.
Come back, wash your hands,
yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
I know.
But peep this. If you go into certain relationships knowing like the certain qualities that you need, because I'm like, you don't like, because like I said, the whole topic was like setting expectations. Don't expect motherfuckers to do nothing. So if you already have all these expected, shit you only expect for yourself.
Don't expect them to change.
You only expect things for yourself.
And that's why I said you have to communicate that in the beginning. And if he's like, I'm gonna smoke rock, it's like you're like, fuck that. Like, no, like I'm gonna tell that bitch bye. Like, then that was said in the beginning. Like, okay, he didn't want to compromise, so then all right, he went his way, I went my way.
Some time.
But I'm saying, like, but like the expectation, like if you already have the expectations for yourself, when you went and selected a mate like that, that wouldn't even been a selection for you in the first place.
True. Yeah, I would have.
So that's why I'm trying to say the moral of the story is the shit didn't work out. Fuck whatever, you know, he said, she said, opinions. The moral of the story, the shit did not work out. Is because that wasn't fit together.
Because those differences collided and it wasn't an agreeable arrangement.
So next time, if you're a pothead or whatever, you know, you like to go ahead, the next person that you select is already going to be for that, and that's not going to be a problem.
And she does, and let me point this out too. She doesn't have to smoke or nothing like that, but she's got to be able to respect your decision.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The next one you got, she's cool with that. The bullshit, because everybody has bullshit.
Yeah, everybody's got bad.
Everybody.
It's like pick your battles.
Bullshit. Exactly. So it's like you are already going in there like you can't go already in there halfway playing the game like, oh, I signed on to this job that I've really been wanting, and then fucking 3-4 weeks into it, I fucking hate the job. I can't wait to quit. It's like, nigga, why the fuck did you sign up? Because you know like,
what it was.
You chose that.
Yeah.
You chose that job.
So
yes.
You could have just waited and evaluated some shit before you actually just dove head first.
You know where that comes from though? People get these ideas in their mind of
like, that's expectations.
Yes, like, oh, you see this person, you really like them, you create this idea of the person.
Yeah, and they have to match that blueprint that you mapped out for them.
And that's when people jump into relationships not getting to know the person. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Or like they jump into living with each other and this and that because they set an expectation of who they were. And like, oh yeah, that they're this and that. And they move them in and they're living together. And then down the line, they're like, oh, the fuck.
Because you don't know somebody.
Because you had an idea and then it ended up not being that. So like taking time and getting to know each other, and every relationship is different whether you want to compromise it or not. And it's like what me and Tiana were saying, like you pick your battles. Like is that a relationship that you want? Is that something you're willing to work through or not work through? And that's the problem these days. You know, I saw a post the other day, and I think it was me. Actually, it was me and Ashley Combs, where she. I don't remember her actually posed, but I told her, a lot of women are just out there like sleeping with different energy.
Oh, I know what post you're talking
Yeah,
about.
was sleeping with different energy and whatnot, and then it's one thing when you're out there like sharing your energy with different people, but then when you do it and then you create a child out of that, and now that those two energies that were never supposed to be brought together because you didn't take the time to get to know that person and make sure that person was correct, now you have a child that's in this world that's based on energy that was never even supposed to be together.
And even at that point, like if it gets to that point and that's the situation, and you guys can't work it out, you guys can't resolve it, you guys can't get over each other's differences, it's not a bad thing to separate
not.
from the issue, but separate from the issue with like humbleness
and respect.
and respect, because in the end that child did not cause that situation to happen. You and her did. So you guys need to be able to co-parent whether you like it or not. So in the end, you're in some type of binding or relationship where you guys are going to need to still communicate, even if you guys hate each other, and compromise.
When you say hate each other, I want to say that. Like,
I don't want to say hate because hate's a strong word, but a lot of parents do.
That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that don't wait till you hate the other person to leave a relationship. I see relationships where people will hold on until the only way they can let go is by literally hating that person. Yeah. That is like so toxic for people. Like super. I've been there, done that, and I've learned from that. But that's like one thing I can say. Like, man, be honest. Like if you're not feeling it, if you're not wanting it, like let go. Like don't hold on until it becomes something of hatred or of
that goes for both parties.
It does. I know, but I'm going back to like with the tips. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yes, it obviously does go to both parties. But yeah, like don't stay in relationships until you like totally hate the other person, because that's just like
then you start doing shit and fucking up because you don't care no more.
And that
the
shit's
cheating
toxic.
comes in and abuse or just off energy. Yeah, you're right. Just be honest.
And once the moment of that cheating situation comes into play, like it's one of those things where you need to reevaluate why you're even in that relationship with that person, or if you even like that person, because it shouldn't even happen once. But even if it does happen once, it shouldn't happen more than once. And that's the problem, is that even if it happens once, it doesn't happen just once. It happens more than once.
Mm-hmm. It's a conscious choice every time.
I think one question that each relationship should ask each other, like when they first start dating and stuff, is when you get to that point, I think one question that should be asked is, why do you like the person? Like, if they can't honestly give you genuine answers and answer that, like,
what do you like about them?
Yeah, like, why are you with me? Why are you dating me? Why do you like me? Why? Sometimes you can ask people that and they're like,
so I'm not sure.
Yeah. And that should be a red flag. You know what I'm saying? Like, understand, like, why, like, communicate, like, why do you like me? That's how I am. You know what I mean? Like, I want to know, like, why? Why are we here? Why do you like, what is it that you like about me? That
every connection's always going to start with attraction.
Yeah,
and
of course. It's always going to be attraction first.
But
always.
Once you step out of that room of attraction, you need to come to the personal, the personal life behind that person.
Yep. Agreed. But I think that's all we had, huh?
Yeah. So I'm gonna leave with this thought for next week. Because we are gonna bring the guys in on this one again. Is Ace, you've said several times that women, I mean, not women, you say guys are dumb. You know, you say that. You know, you did that on one of the Voice of People where you're like, guys are dumb, and, you know, we'll elaborate into what you meant that on next week. But my thing is, I constantly, that has stuck with me lately. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of situations that I put myself in, not only like personal, I mean, not within my personal self, like business-wise, just in general, every time, even to when I'm talking to my son now, you know what I'm saying? I take that topic into consideration, and I've been really, like, soul-searching within that, I guess is the word I'm looking for. You know me, I'm not really good with my words, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Deeper.
Yeah, digging deeper into it. I feel like it goes both ways. I don't think it's that y'all are dumb. I think it's y'all are dumb to certain things as women are. As much as like, you know how you're like, tell us we're dumb. I'm thinking to myself like, well, fuck, we're dumb too. Like, tell us. And
Well,
that's
yeah,
gonna be our
some
topic
people
for
we can
play
be
dumb
next.
too.
clueless.
That,
Like,
and that's it. That's gonna be our topic for next week.
Okay.
that's a good
All right.
one.
Well, let's
Yeah.
get into
I
a
like it.
track real quick before we get into our last two topics. We're like running over on time, so
Sorry.
I'm hungry.
let's get into
Better get
this
ready to cut
track
this
for
cake.
shits and giggles.
Right.
Yep.
Till death do us part, but we're already past that phase. This is a brand new start, and I think I deserve some praise for the way that I am. Despite having overdosed and ending up comatose, I don't give a damn. I've let my emotions go, fuck being a sober hoe. This is the mantra, this is my life. You're playing with now till the end of the night. Surrounded by fire, the passion ignites. A hit of that heaven and hell. I'm addicted to the madness. This hotel is my Atlantis. We're forever gonna have a fucking reason to sin. Let me leave my soul to burn and I'll be breathing it in. I'm addicted to the feeling, getting higher than the ceiling. And we're never gonna want this fucking feeling to end. Just concede and give in to your inner demons again. Yeah, you fell in love, but you fell deeper in this pit. While death rains from above, so count your blessings, cause this is it. You're not letting it go. So what if I misbehave? It's what everybody craves. You already know. So come if you're feeling brave and fancy yourself a mate. You want it, I got it. See what you like. We could have it all by the end of the night. Your money and power, my sinful delight. A hit in the heaven and however high. I'm addicted to the madness. This hotel is my Atlantis. We're forever gonna have a fucking reason to sin. Let me leave my soul to burn and I'll be breathing it in. I'm addicted to the feeling, getting higher than the ceiling. And we're never gonna want this fucking feeling to end. Just concede and give in to your inner demons again. Just concede and give in to your inner demons again. I'm addicted to the feeling, getting higher than the ceiling. And we're never gonna want this fucking feeling to end. Just concede and give in to your inner demons again.
All right, and we are back again. So,
Oh god,
gotta get that peppermint strip. Anyway.
Oh my god.
I'm extra fresh. I look like a peppermint.
Looking like a fucking peppermint. So we're gonna go into the news.
The muzzy
Fuzzies.
news.
Fuzzies.
Oh boy.
Muzzies.
Been
Fuzzy
waiting this
news.
whole time for this.
Oh,
We all do. So, the U.S. Capitol is once again secured, but 4 people are dead, including one woman who was shot after the supporters of Donald Trump breached the Congress building. After Trump urged his supporters to fight against the ceremonial counting of the electoral votes, shortly after at 1 p.m., hundreds of Trump protesters pushed through the barriers set up along the perimeter of the Capitol, and they tussled officers in full riot gear. What?
I don't know. Sorry.
Playing with the mic. You know how girls
Barely.
I'm all doing a Shalina right now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Shalina's getting her Jill Scott on.
Carry on.
Carry on.
So the Senate, after it got raided, the Senate was locked shortly after. The House floor was evacuated by police. Vice President Mike Pence was also evacuated from the chamber, where he was to perform his role in the counting of the electoral votes. An armed standoff took place in front of the door at 3 p.m. Police officers had guns drawn at somebody who was trying to breach it. A Trump supporter was also pictured standing in the Senate dais earlier the afternoon. A woman who has been yet to be identified died after being shot in the chest on Capitol grounds. D.C. police confirmed that. More information on the shooting was not available immediately, and the police spokesperson said that additional details would come later. Smoke grenades were used along with, Smoke grenades were used to clear the building of rioters. The windows on the west side of the Senate was broken, and hundreds of officers amassed from the first floor building. The Senate floor was cleared out of the rioters at 3:30 p.m. So, yeah, a lot of crazy shit happened.
So I don't know how truth it is because I don't ever really believe everything that's on the internet. But there's that photo that's going around of that guy that's wearing like a half
Yeah, that took the podium.
Oh yeah.
The guy that's wearing like that half whatever and like has his face painted all crazy, like looks like a warrior kind. I don't know, whatever. But I was seeing some posts on Facebook that he's actually from Arizona. Like he was. Yeah,
probably.
So I was like, okay.
It's
Florida,
a Trump
Arizona.
state, isn't it?
Well, not no more.
Well, not
No,
anymore,
it's
but it was.
It's a Republican state.
Well, not no more.
Not anymore?
Yeah, we became Democrats.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Everybody's
Just
a
barely.
Democrat.
I'm like, we're so Republican. I'm like, just half the motherfuckers just that were Republican got tired.
They
of
just
Trump
got
shit.
tired,
That's true.
Yeah.
Like it's
A lot of people just came down to, they got tired of the bullshit, and
Yeah.
Pick the lesser of the two evils.
and then that dude's gonna die like a year or two into his presidency. So like,
But you know, all that
It's
shit
gonna
was
just
rigged.
screw over.
If he doesn't, never mind.
I'm
if
like,
he doesn't what?
Nothing.
that shit was rigged as fuck. There's no way in hell.
These
that
last
people
two.
storm a Capitol.
Oh, I know. That was.
There's no way.
And the
Give a
funny
fuck
thing
how many-
is they were viewing it as this. They had a bunch of officers at the riots and everything else that happened, but there were less officers at the Senate.
Oh yeah, they had military and all that stuff
Yeah.
at those
Yeah.
peaceful, protests. But these are clearly riots.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if y'all seen all the memes going around about like the security or whatever. Like name something that's stronger than the Capitol.
Yeah.
Security. Funny as hell.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got to see that shit.
You haven't seen that?
Right.
Or the fingerprint to your iPhone, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen a lot of them too.
Ross security.
That one was a good one.
Ross security.
Like
Fry's security.
Right. Yeah. Man, especially in Maryville. Boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maryville Fry's security.
Armed.
They are.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, this one motherfuckers, I'm like, marching down. It's crazy. I'm like,
Oh yeah, downtown.
Marching down in the Capitol, and I'm like, it's one not funny thing is to say because I'm like, really fucked up, but crazy coincidence. So I'm like, most people that actually got like shot with like rubber bullets and a lot of smoke grenades that night were white people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's just for marching with us, and this is just fucking Arizona, just marching around the Capitol. You gonna tell me the fucking America's capital?
Yeah.
They got some niggas run up in their house? Like, come on, bro. Like,
run
this
up
is,
in
like,
their house?
Right.
That's exactly. They're all like, I mean, that's
like, think about it. Think about that. Like, okay, yeah, Boo Boo the fool, not me.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's why I didn't get talked about long.
So,
Like,
police in New Jersey responded to a McDonald's parking lot where a pair of chickens were reported wreaking havoc. After chasing customers, Washington Township Police Department said that animal control officer was dispatched to the report of a flock of chickens wreaking havoc. The local McDonald's on Route 31 South. Officers arrived to find two chickens harassing and chasing customers and pecking out car tires. The department said that the animal control officer was able to capture the chickens with help of the manager of the McDonald's eatery. Police said that the chickens were taken to the common sense for animals that's so weird to read. Common Sense for Animal Shelter, where they were later claimed by their owners. So.
No more McNuggets.
Thug ass chickens on the
They're-
loose.
Yeah, they were on a
chickens.
chicken protests.
Thug life. Pecking out those tires. Fuck y'all.
Peck out your tires.
Stop serving these chicken sandwiches.
If I was the owner of those chickens, I would take them straight to Chick-fil-A.
No, just be like, listen, you guys can keep them and make them into chicken nuggies.
Yeah, nuggies.
Nuggies.
You know that's not real chicken.
I was just gonna say you're wasting your time. It's
They're
not.
they're baby chicken breasts.
They're gonna sit. You're gonna hand them the
Yeah,
chicken. They're like,
we'll
what do we do with these?
What am I gonna do with this?
God.
So, U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents at Network Liberty International Airport in New Jersey seized nearly 9 pounds of bushmeat. The agency bushmeat.
What is bushmeat?
Bushmeat is like it's raw or minimally processed meat. It's from parts of animals like bats, monkeys, cane rats, antelopes, and according to the Disease Control and Prevention, it's either smoked, salted, or dried. The meat, which comes from the parts of Africa and is illegally brought to the U.S. because it can be, it's illegal because it can spread diseases, according to the CDC. The U.S. citizen, a U.S. citizen brought the bushmeat on a flight from Ghana. Customs officials said the passenger declared that the meat was to CBP agriculture specialist who determined it was illegal bushmeat. Officials seized and destroyed the meat. The agricultural specialist said that it was a critical interception of these prohibited animal products, and they stopped entering the United States before they could potentially cause grave damage. Troy Miller of the CBP said in a written statement that animal disease outbreak is associated with foods like bushmeat that could affect public health, economy, and the food supply. Even Ebola, which isn't usually spread by food, has been associated with bushmeat in hunting, butchering, and processing from the CDC. If anyone is caught trying to steal bushmeat, you could face bringing bushmeat into the U.S. You can face up to a $250,000 fine. Yeah.
For cooking rats.
Yeah, basically.
Cooking African bats.
Like, why the fuck do you want to buy that shit?
People.
Yeah, I would imagine it's companies that are buying it and like reselling it. Like,
how much did you say they seized again?
Like 9 pounds, I think. It was a lot. Yeah, 9 pounds. So, the last bit of news I have are 10 science records that were broken in 2020. The longest bird flight. The loud, long beak, rust-colored bird known as the... What the fuck is that?
Can I say the name?
It's called the 4BBRW, the Limosa ipicapa. It flew a distance of 7,581 feet, taking no rounding errors for consideration. The longest animal ever. The largest animal is called a symphar. It is 150 feet long and was actually made up of small critters called zoids. Yeah, zoid. Yeah, that's a zoid.
Wait, this is an animal made up of
Animal made up of animals, basically.
Okay.
The longest exposure photo, um, a beer can photographic paper and a low tech pinhole camera captured a photo of the sun's journey across the sky every day since 2012. And it is the longest exposure photo ever taken. So the next one is the biggest turtle that ever lived. There's an ancient turtle that lived 8 million years ago with a shell that spanned 8 feet. May have discovered that one actually exists to this day. Let's see. It lives in South America and it lasted 12 million to 5 million years, I guess. So that's pretty interesting. The oldest identical twins, 31,000-year-old oval-shaped burial was found in an archaeological site in the Krems Watchbird of Austria, and it held the remains of identical twin infants. Likely the oldest known in the world. The grave was found in 2005. The DNA confirms that the infants were identical twins. The oldest sperm.
What? Wait, hold on, bro.
The oldest sperm inside of a disc of amber found in a mine of northern Myanmar. Scientists discovered the world's oldest known sperm. The amber held 39 tiny osteroids, which are crustaceans. 31 of them belong to newly discovered species called Mayan cypress huey inside of an adult female of a M. huey. Researchers discovered the eggs and a spaghetti-like mass that turned out to be a 100 million year old sperm. Prior to this discovery, the oldest confirmed sperm was 50 million years old, which was a worm cocoon.
Yeah.
Oldest material on Earth. Stardust was found inside of a massive meteorite that hit the Earth half a century ago that dates back 7 billion years ago. And the fastest speed of sound is goes 22 miles per second.
Damn.
And yeah, that's all I have. Actually, wait. Oldest guts found. That's the last one.
Oh my god, bro.
Scientists found fossilized guts in Nevada that date back to 550 million years ago. And that's all I have for the news.
Do you have any idea what you've done to Ace with your news?
I don't know.
God.
You.
That was a lot.
Yeah, it was a mouthful to me too. Like
we learned about
the oldest sperm in the world.
Is this
That's
all you guys get from this?
Yes.
I'm ashamed of all of you.
You need to immediately roll blood.
All right, well, Sauce, give us the would you rather, and we'll get out of here.
Fucking
Would you rather make love under the stars or under the rain? Simple as that.
Oh.
That seems pretty
cut and dry.
Cut and dry.
But you gotta give your reason why.
It's a romantic getaway.
Either one
that's
could
not
be
a
romantic.
good excuse.
Either one could be. Go, Muzz.
Probably the stars, because I wouldn't want to be wet the whole time. If I want to be wet and have sex, I'm probably gonna just go take a shower.
Okay, you.
I do it in the rain.
It's cold as fuck.
Oh no!
Not necessarily.
You don't understand.
Not Arizona rain.
You don't understand.
Depends.
A rain here in Arizona is so rare. So to make out in the rain, that's a golden opportunity that I'm not gonna fucking waste.
Wait, you said makeup?
You said
make out.
have sex.
No, I mean no. Hear me out. Hear me out. No, I'm gonna say my piece. I haven't spoken in
Damn
a
it.
while. I'm saying my piece here. Fuck. Okay. So Arizona rains is so fucking rare every year now. It's becoming more rare. So when it does rain, I'm gonna take that motherfucking opportunity to make out with my fucking girlfriend in the middle of the rain. I don't care if it's after work.
Are you gonna fuck her in the rain too?
It's gonna present itself one day.
He is working up to that.
I'm working up to that.
Got him.
He is getting there.
He's
He
like,
wants to show
listen,
his new
we're
pecs
gonna
in the
do
rain. Yep.
Fuck now.
You see these
Fuck
pecs in my rain?
That's right.
And plus,
right,
I mean,
girl.
hey, I still get lubricated no matter what.
Ooh,
That's what I said. If you
He said get it wet.
Got him.
Wet.
Mother Nature's got my back.
Give you that self-automated what?
Hey.
It's a girl, I don't know
I like
the
the
difference,
idea
girl.
of making. I like the
I don't
idea
know
of
if
making
you're
love
wet
in the rain.
or if it's this rain,
Yeah,
girl.
it's a cliche kind of romance. It's like, oh, he's into romance and shit. Fuck yeah, I am.
I mean, stars are nice.
Yeah, stars are beautiful.
Hey, stars are nice with a campfire by your truck, and yeah, sure.
I
it's
just
nice
feel
and all.
I think about the walk home or like the walk inside of the house, just like drenched in rain and just like clothes are wet, and unless you go out there already naked.
Yeah. Val.
Oh, rain. Totally rain.
Why?
Yeah, Val, why?
I love rain in general. Like I feel like
Thank you.
it's a cleansing. It's like I don't know. It would just be an awesome experience.
It lowers your heart. It lowers your
it-
heart rate.
yeah,
It's like it's so.
It's more so. It's like the stars that can happen anytime. Like, hey, let's go outside. You know that there's always gonna be stars outside. So it's like that. That's not like a moment. It's like rain. So it's like not only does it have to be raining, it also has. You have to have that moment. Like you have to catch yourself in the rain doing that.
So you'd walk home in soggy clothes to have sex in the rain?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no.
Tiana, what would you choose?
Stars. The stars.
Okay.
I get it. You can see the stars every day, but you know what? The sky is beautiful, and I think it's romantic. You know, especially if there's a nice moon or whatever illuminating.
Okay, I'm not saying I don't like having sex under the stars. I'm just saying if I had to choose between sex under the stars and rain, it definitely be rain, bro.
Yeah, it sounds uncomfortable. I don't
It does.
know.
It sounds very uncomfortable.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do it.
Fucking in the mud.
Right. It's just would I rather the stars?
I don't know. It's, 50-50 because I'm like, anybody who's fucking like, some good old fucking. You know what I mean?
I hear
you. I'm like
good old fucking.
And the next step is just like kind of like what do you do after y'all done fucking? Y'all just like gonna lay there and stuff. Now it's cold outside. Y'all just laying there in the mud and shit. I'm like,
You're like,
or do I just want to lay up in here under the rain? I be up under the stars and just look at the good view.
But you're not.
That's a toss
why
up.
are you necessary?
Because like after you're done fucking in the rain, you're like, all right, time to go home now.
Oh, so you're gonna be like,
but why
drenched or naked.
I'm fucking the shit out of the rain. Okay.
Like you can't just stay out there in the rain unless you just.
You get what I'm saying?
All right, thank you.
Like it's cold, like you know what I mean. It kind of like I'm like I can see the good moment, but that moment I feel like might
it would end
blow away
really
fast
quick
because now like the nuts out and all that shit, and now you're like we're cold. Let's
And
get the
we're
fuck out the rain.
It's still just one of those moments.
That's just the make or break. It's like
it would just be a very quick moment. It like after you like you
I don't know about
the
quick,
sex
but
the sex the sex
might
can
be a
last
little bit quicker in the rain than
no well I mean the sex will last, but like after you're done with the sex you're not gonna sit there and like lay in the mud like he said. You're not gonna sit there and sit in the mud. You're gonna like get your shit on and fucking head out.
Shit, you don't lay on no wet cement either.
Yeah, no.
See, I'm picturing it totally different in my head. That's probably why.
You're not thinking about the after effects of it.
When it comes to sex in the rain, I'm more.
You see all the beauty and it's like, oh, love kids, but I'm like, afterwards it's like, damn, now y'all just wet and it's like,
what now?
Now, so like, yeah, if you're under the stars, you can just potentially, doze off, fall asleep, But
Like-
you're in the rain, you're wet, and then
Like me, like what if you're like you're like picking like random spots, like oh now I gotta go home. Like what if you are home and like you're just in, like your backyard and
Oh, I
you
would
already
fuck in
have
my
something like
backyard,
set
yeah.
up, you know. So you're out in the rain, like playing in the rain, dancing. You know something happens. You know you get into that moment.
I'm
you
walking inside afterwards. Though.
Can I? I mean not necessarily though. Let me you have your moment in the rain and then like you go back to your little setup under the patio, and now you're laying there cuddling after you just came out. You know what I mean?
But wait.
Yeah.
The
So
stipulation is in the rain.
I mean,
Maybe
but
if
you
it's
don't
like,
necessarily
maybe if
have
it's
to
like
have
Arizona
clothes.
summer
You know, like
rain.
you got your towels.
Arizona summer rain, yeah. It's
Yeah,
not,
summer
it's
rain.
not that
Not
cold
that bad.
bullshit.
Yeah.
No,
No.
I'm talking about the cloud. The clouds are
There's not too many
gray.
people that know about Arizona
balls
It's
summer rain.
sprinkling
That shit
and,
is
you know,
hot. Like.
I learned about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I remember
It's
when
not natural rain. It's nice rain.
I remember when I first. I
Feels
remember when I
pretty great.
first moved to Arizona. I missed rain so much. Like I'm from Texas, it rains a lot down there, and I'm just like, bro, like I just want to feel rain on me, bro. Like I just want to feel that coldness. I'm like, the fuck.
Yeah.
When I
So
first
I'm like,
got
yeah,
to
I
the
might do that.
I
Like, if I
went
sit up under the
somewhere.
patio afterwards, I'll dry up real good. And, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you got the crib.
I mean, I'm a bitch about being cold
But
too.
like,
So
like
like,
right now, like nigga, like if that shit rained last night. No,
No.
definitely not.
I would have went home.
That's why I said the rain, because in the rain it's like catching that moment. You know what I'm saying?
So the right moment in the rain.
Yeah, my shit would have
you're saying.
shriveled back
Yeah,
up
it's the
into
right
me.
moment.
Yeah.
Not just rain in general.
It's like going in the snow. Like I'll have fun with it for like 10-20 minutes. After that, I'm done. I just want to go home.
We get a shower and all that.
Yeah,
Like Coco.
nice hot shower.
Don't touch me no more.
Don't touch me.
Okay, let's say bye. Let's say
Don't touch
bye
me
so we can
no
cut into this cake.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Everybody stay quiet for a split
All right,
second.
thank you guys for joining us. Shout out
Oh, sure
to
did.
Cherie, Joseph Bills' fucking wife. I was
He's
gonna
gonna
say
love that
fucking
promo.
anyways, but
He's gonna love that
Amor,
promo.
what's her? Amor?
you can, you can. Oh my God, Jesus H, fuck. But you can find her on Instagram at My Sweet Amor or Facebook at My Sweet Amor. So shout out to her, RTU, Icon Radio, The Real One, The Muzz, Ace the Biz, Sauce, Val, Tiana. We are out of here.
Cake time.